I say we let Tree Dude do it. He's new.
Oh,
Fair enough.
jeez. I'm terrible at recaps.
Hey, you did a lot of listening last week, so you should be able to, more than anyone, you should have known like everything that was said and done.
Basically, I slept through the first half of it because I wasn't a part of it. So,
Nice. Well, then anyone else want to start the beginning of the recap? We'll have Gaz take over the rest of the recap
Last week we had
afterwards.
an orgy.
Yes, we had an orgy. We hung out in the town, had a nice relaxing day. Timmy got fitted for his plate mail.
Yeah.
We're still a day or two out from that being finished, last I remember.
We're plotting our escape from the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Okay,
done
but
decided
then
to
I
make
found-
friends with the mole people.
Mm-hmm.
mole people.
Yeah, the Underdark. Our next escape velocity is the Underdark.
It's a great place. Lots of sun.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going there.
Not many dragons.
No way for a good tree to grow either.
Oh, no, you're right. There's definitely no dragons in the
There's dragons in the Underdark.
No, Timmy. There's no.
None at all. It's a safe, completely unhurt.
I have
village.
another
So,
campaign, and that campaign.
Timmy, it was a joke. Jeez.
Underdark, and there's a fire dragon in that campaign.
Oh yeah, dragons can end up in the Underdark, and in 3.5 there were like shadow dragons and all sorts of Ithalid dragon mutation things where, yeah.
It was all the unpleasantries everywhere.
Mental note: don't make a joke around these fuckers.
Yeah, it'll fuck you up. That's the best part. That was the plan all along. I gotta make sure you guys are actually in Saltmarsh right now. Okay, so what? Okay. Now I want Gaz. I want you to finish up the recap. I want you to tell me what is going on now.
Currently, we've got the holy cow, the dwarf, the Serene's an elf, right?
Mm-hmm.
The elf and the human sorcerer wizard, or whatever he is, discussing whether they're going to abandon the quest or they're going to follow through with the quest, while the masked figure is trying to make bridges, I guess you could say, with the group to try and get to know them and become an actual group rather than just a few people banded together by a circumstance. And the tree is sitting outside waiting for the quest to begin because I am already part of helping getting this elf to the location. I cannot remember the name of the location.
Dinstall.
It was on the map that we were on last, but I can't look at it now.
Dinstall is the location's
Dinstall.
name.
Yeah, the elder dwarf, elder, yeah, elder elf to Dinstall to help placate the dragons with a dragonborn priestess or something like that.
Yes. To figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Some minor details. You guys were discussing what to do, and don't really have enough information. You know that it's going to take a day to at least get the carriages ready, and then it's going to take another day after that, presumably, to get Timmy's armor fitted.
Finished. They've already fitted them. They were working on it.
Yes, finished.
And the what's her name? I actually wrote this down somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. The
Grand Picard.
yeah, the
Uh,
Grand
Piscator.
Pickle. That's what
Grand Pickle, yeah.
Grand Pickle.
Hey, Dama, thanks for the sub, man.
she
Grand Pickle.
said that
Hey, everybody tell Dama thanks for the sub.
Hey,
thanks
Dama,
for the
welcome.
sub.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to kill Big now because you subbed to him, so that's unfortunate. But you know what? That's okay.
But anyway, the Grand Picator.
Piscator, Grand Piscator.
The Grand Pickle Tater.
Yeah, the Grand Tater. Yeah, the Grand Potato.
The Grand Doggo, though.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. The asshole in me states that every time you correct me, I feel like I just have to take it that much further away. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I'll rein it in. But the Grand Piscator has made it clear that with everything that's going on, the sooner we get out of Dodge, the better, because she doesn't know when the dragons may or may not attack. And at this point, dragons are everywhere. And seemingly, our only hope to dealing with this is to get this elder elf to V Town or D Town, whatever the name of the town was.
Distal.
I have no
Distal.
problem taking L's to
Install.
V-Town.
DINSTAAL.
Right.
Install.
Right, that place. D
Mhm.
Town. So
All
we're
out?
thinking, and we're basically trying to hopefully spend the next day or two as a group speaking and making plans and hopefully become an actual group, as Tree Man said.
Mhm.
The tree has spoken.
Excellent.
So who wants to tell her that she actually managed to die in the first 5 minutes of the game?
That's okay. Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. It always is.
Who wants to kiss my foot?
Well, I mean, Big's the only one that can, so he's got to take one for the
Sounds
team
like
on this one.
Serene's feeling better. Glad you're feeling better.
Oh, I am. And I'm cooking. We just got home.
Excellent.
Nice. What are you cooking? Because we're hungry.
I'm
Chicken
not.
Alfredo.
Ooh,
What'd you say?
I'm jelly.
I didn't hear what she said.
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo.
Oh, nice.
You guys all sound like robots.
You
I
sound like a
think
robot.
that's just you. Yeah.
It is. I need to get some more data.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right. So I believe we're all caught up, and we're now on what? The morning of the second day, and I think they said it was going to take 3 days for the armor to finish.
Mhm.
So we either have 1 or 2 more days until the armor's done.
Yeah.
I guess the first thing in the morning. Did we go to bed, or I don't remember.
You guys didn't actually go to bed yet, but we ended it pretty close to night, so I'm okay with assuming you guys did go to bed, unless you wanted to do something else.
Yeah, let's just do that then.
Okay.
And basically, first thing in the morning, I go out and basically get together with Miley's character.
Okay.
I don't think she's told us her name. I think she said Ella.
Ella is correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell her that all that was a joke, and the whole
So you guys are in the tavern right now, essentially.
yeah, that just basic.
And I think it's good we set up the scene for everyone, just so I have an idea of what's going on. So let me put you guys back on the tavern.
Look at the DM doing DME stuff.
Right? Crazy. Insane. Yeah, that's the one. Okay.
Close Minecraft.
Perfect. Okay, so let me know what everyone's doing here.
It won't let me sit on the chair I want to be in.
You can hold, if you hold Alt while moving your character, it actually stays, it doesn't lock to a square.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
Got that.
I don't see anything.
I don't remember which one was my room. This is a high quality hotel. Why does it have hay bed for bales? The hay bales for beds.
Those are actually vintage. So what they are is they've been expertly designed to be as comfortable as normal beds, but look like hay bales. It's actually a very nice place. The nobles like to feel what the commoners feel like, but without all the
do you
inconveniences.
guys smell that bullshit, or is it just me?
I feel like that whole F building is actually the stables.
No.
And that you guys have been sleeping in the stables, but
No, not at all. It was repurposed as a stables, so it still has some of that vintage, manure smell, but like it's absolutely high quality. Did you know
So it's like-
perfume's actually made out of whale barf? It's a very similar concept here.
Ambergrease.
Mm-hmm. No. Well, you know that it's just that it's not bullshit. What it is it's
it's whale
uh,
fart.
worn in fecal shit. Very high class prestige stuff.
Well, they are definitely getting the money's worth.
Mhm. Absolutely.
So I'm just sitting at the table having breakfast at this point. Excuse me.
All right.
That's healthy.
What's everyone else doing?
Meow. I'm staring in the window as the tree.
Then you don't need a banana or anything
Window?
else. Definitely not chocolate and marshmallows later.
I'm being a large and not ominous. What is it? Ominous tree poking his head out
Inanimate?
the window.
Gotcha.
Okay, so are you sure you're not on that table?
Huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
He's outside the window, Timmy.
yeah.
I know that it looks like he's on the table, but
There you go.
last week he brought him in the building. That way he could actually be there with people and stuff.
Yeah. So if you want to be outside the building, you are allowed to go inside the building though. Just so aware.
Okay.
The
We
Grand
can go in there.
Piscator did not relish it. They're not going to stop you from going inside.
Okay, now I'll go in. Can I
Okay.
see the map though?
Yeah. Can you not see the map?
I have a black screen.
That's
Hit,
not good.
click refresh.
No. That's my fault.
Oh.
Might be.
That's my fault. Let me fix that for you. Okay. Can you see now?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Go for it. That was my bad.
That Grand Pricktator.
The Grand Pickle. I like that name the best, honestly.
Yeah, the pickle's funny. The pickle is funny as hell.
We're still waiting on the armor, right? Because I can't understand half the stuff that's being said.
Yes.
Okay, good deal. I understood that at least.
Peep the puppy.
What if have you tried leaving chat and coming back? Did that help?
Peep the puppy. Peep the puppy.
No, sure,
Are we
try
saying
that.
eat the puppy?
Peep.
Eat.
Look at the cams.
Well, time to eat the puppy.
Look at
Okay.
cams.
But let's
Discord.
get
Look at Discord. The little puppy.
And Gaz just took over the stream.
Hi,
Look at the
honey.
puppy.
Hey, babe, I ordered
the puppy.
McAllister's for dinner.
Look at the
Okay,
puppy.
cool.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
mean, it's a rat terrier. No, I'm just kidding.
So our
No, it's a baby puppy miniature schnauzer.
Really?
Mhm.
From the angle I'm seeing, it looks more like is it a Boston Terrier?
No, it's a miniature schnauzer.
it does look like a Boston Terrier, but that's probably just because it's a baby.
So, if we're
Not
just gonna
Boston.
hang out here today, I'm gonna spend the day crafting a spell scroll.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you know how to craft a spell scroll?
Yes.
Okay. Can you send me some of the details of that spell scroll?
Well, all right. So the way that the spell
Most
scrolls
likely.
work is it takes 25. Well, for a first level spell scroll, it takes 25 gold.
Can you post it? Can you post it so just I can look over it?
I'm
now?
looking it up on like the internet. I don't have the PHB in front of me or DMG.
Yeah.
Yorkshire Terrier. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, let's see.
Looks
I'm
like a
looking it up
Yorkshire.
it's under Xanthar's Guide to Everything, optional rules, spell scrolls. First level spell scroll takes 1 day and 25 gold worth of materials.
Neato.
Okay.
Was he playing? Jack.
And then I'm assuming you can.
So
What
it's
is
not something part of your skill expertise.
Yeah, no, not until I get to the next level. Then I can
Yes.
start doing crazy stuff. This is just using standard Enders.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, sounds
what
good.
kind of action? What kind of action does it take to read a scroll?
It takes a action.
Which of you was sick last
Neat.
night?
So in other words,
let's
it's a
be
way
feeling
for you
today.
to have spells prepared without you having to actually spend the slot.
At the cost of 25 gold per
Have you
one
asked
level
your grandfather and grandmother?
first level spell, 250 gold for a second, 500 gold for a third.
Damn.
It also
Damn.
takes a week to make a third level spell scroll and 3 days to make a second. Even a cantrip costs 15 gold.
But the,
And a
the
bit
trade-off is that you can actually use the spell without expending a spell slot.
Yep.
Not only that, but
Once.
you can make this. Can you? Okay,
We're
so
gonna have a house full again tonight.
if you already have the spell made and you pass it to somebody else, can they activate it as well, or is it only you?
If they have Arcana.
Oh, okay. Arcana.
It's more outgoing than the other.
But I'm just
I don't
gonna
see-
make
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna make a first level spell. It's gonna be a detect magic spell scroll.
So that
25
was
gold
probably
Gotcha.
when we just
one
came
day.
in then. I don't know. I don't know apart. I just
So,
thought
so you spend most of the day inside your room then, basically.
Pretty much.
Or I just call them by name, and if that ain't it, they let me know.
And anyway, while I'm eating breakfast and Timmy says what he says about the joke,
Mhm.
I'll look.
No,
I'll look in his direction and acknowledge that he's spoken, but I won't really respond or talk about it.
Okay.
no, I know.
Yeah, they're,
I know it would make her uncomfortable. Basically, what would
if
happen
they
is
come back and say they can, I'm gonna
first I would
have them bring their
I
church
would
clothes
order
over here
food,
tonight.
and then
That way
and
I'm
then
not
go up.
rushing them in the morning.
Hey Timmy, 1 second. Hey babe, put on push to talk. We're hearing everything in the
That'll help,
house.
Annie.
Sorry, Timmy.
Sorry, it's fine. Basically, what would happen is I would start eating first, and then I'll bring up. Earlier, I realized how rude the wizard was when he brought it in. We don't. He was trying to make a joke, but it went a little bit too far. I didn't realize that at the time, so and it was very uncomfortable situation to speak or do anything. And I realize that you're a fairly distant person, and I mean not distant, as to say, you understand what I mean, right? I'm just trying.
We'll just nod quietly.
I'm just trying. We weren't actually doing anything in there. We were just talking about our situation. It it was a fairly stressful situation that he was trying to cool off with a joke, but I honestly think it was taken too far.
She'll just nod at him, but not say anything in reply. Basically, to acknowledge that she's heard you, but she's not going to speak in return.
That's all I wanted to say. Also, I was going to ask you a few questions if you would like. If it doesn't make you uncomfortable.
She'll just tilt her head to show she's listening.
Nah.
First off, we want to understand more of the situation with the elf and how much danger is this journey per se? Like, is it more dangerous staying here or going somewhere else, or is it way more dangerous to? Is it just best to just? We were kind of sprung into this, so you understand why we would be a little bit skeptical, even though this this seems
Okay, question. How
to-
close am I to their conversation, and would I be close enough to overhear it?
I think that would depend on how far. Like, we're on one end of the building. It would depend on where you're at.
You're at the front of the building right now. Where do you want to be?
Well, I mean, the only person I have had any interaction with that is I haven't had any issues with so far has been the masked one. So I'd be standing semi close to them.
Okay, so as you walk into the building, you would notice Ella's on the corner talking to a couple of the other party members you met before.
Over here, right?
Yeah, and you can walk over and just, be a part of there because that's really the only person you know. And then you would probably hear part of the conversation. Like you'd hear a part of the conversation, but not the full thing.
So
with
when you walk in and walk over, she will acknowledge you by nodding in your direction. And finally, once the Minotaur stops speaking, she will turn and look at him and say, "The dragons are everywhere. Danger is everywhere. This is not a matter of how dangerous the situation is. This is a matter of getting the elder to out of character. I'll never remember the Dinstall.
Yeah, the name of the place is Dinstall, and the name of
I'm
the
not worried
elf.
about the name of the elf.
Okay.
Just think about distilled, ale or
Right.
something.
Right. Thank you. So back in character, it's dangerous everywhere. We need to get this elf to Dinstall as soon as possible. Hopefully, he will be able to communicate with the Dragonborn priestess and solve the situation, or at least get it into a better situation than it is now. If you're looking to flee in a random direction to get away from this, there is no fleeing as far as I understand it. There is no safer place.
Well, after my morning routine of working out quick, getting my gear cleaned up, washing up best I can with whatever they have available here, work my way down the stairs, work my way over to the bar, get something to eat. As soon as I'm done eating, I'm heading down to the town and going to
When-
just basically, I see the group, but I just pay no mind to them.
Right.
Okay.
When you walk by, I will say a soft good morning in your direction.
I'll just grumble my response. It's morning time. I'm hungry.
You're hungry. You've not had enough ale, and there's
No,
fucking dragons.
Stone's not a drinker. He's an eater. So, a little different on that
Okay.
front. But so maybe due to yesterday and our, saying our farewells to our companions, that was, a little something different. But today we're going to get out into town and mingle with the community, I guess.
Yeah,
Where
okay, that's
exactly
fine.
am I? Am I still in the room?
You didn't tell me where you are, so I'm assuming you were in your room. Yes. Do you want to be
See
outside?
where I
with
am. I didn't.
I walked down
This
the
is the
steps.
clearest
walked-
you guys have
okay,
been.
you're talking about somebody else. Okay.
them? Sounds good.
What?
After they're done their conversation,
Yeah,
we'll go
right.
through what Stone's doing. Yeah. So what did you want? Sorry for interrupting the conversation, but it's probably important. Phoenix, where is Phoenix gonna be doing? Like, what's Phoenix doing?
Eat breakfast. Go sit on up here.
Okay, so you saw the group sitting down at the table. You didn't. You just said hello and kept going, or
No, I'm gonna sit down and eat first. Then I'll
okay.
go.
Where are you sitting then? Here, I'll move you to the side.
I was like, I don't know. All I see is the room.
Can you see the room?
sitting at our
Sit with
table.
different
You cut out there for. Sorry, say again.
tiny cows. Sit with other people. Ooh, sorry.
You guys
Shiny,
sit with other
never
people?
mind. Shiny cow has a gorilla with Stone.
You're
You are
all
very robotic.
all we understood about that was
Sorry.
people and then stone.
And she
I'm
said, I
going to
was,
sit with Stone. There's nobody else with him.
Okay. After Stone finishes eating, what are you doing?
Basically, going to
And
head
I
out of
got-
the town, just explore, chat with people, getting information about what's going on, maybe.
Okay.
Just a general feeling of the town.
So-
and then,
So you know what we'll do? We'll have the conversations happening at the same time. So you guys are on your own table having dinner, or having breakfast, sorry. And these guys, the other group is talking there. So we'll have finished the other group's conversation, then come back to you, okay? Because both of you are gonna probably doing the same thing.
I
Sure.
mean, as far as my
Sure.
part,
Okay.
the only thing I've got to go outside for at this point is once we start to deliver the elf. Outside is
Yeah.
bright. I don't like bright. Fuck
Yeah.
the sun.
Yeah. I just want to finish your
Amen.
conversation and then jump to their conversation. So
Well,
Did you
we'll.
say amen?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just making sure that's what I
Well,
heard.
by the way, with this new guy on the end here that would have walked right by, what's he look like?
Guys, go ahead.
Oh, I was just coming over to listen in and intercede if necessary.
No. He's asking, what does your character look like?
I bet he
Oh.
walked right by you.
Oh,
The other
jeez.
character said good morning. I just grumbled my response, but I was just curious right now what you look like, because we really didn't. You were a tree outside. We didn't really pay attention that there was a tree. So now,
Yeah, because it's
I
outside.
assumed he stayed a giant tree and could not come inside buildings.
No,
Is
I'm
that wrong?
inside. I'm inside.
Uh,
I'm posting
he
it in
wasn't allowed
the I'm
inside.
posting it in the D&D. That's somewhat kind of, because it's my tree type is ironwood, so it's not exactly right, but it's generalization.
so you're an actual tree.
He's
Yeah, I'm a
an
Trent.
actual treant.
He's able to fit indoors here.
Yeah,
I'm only 7 feet tall.
promising.
The doors of this particular tavern are quite large. Surprisingly, though, you would notice nobody in the tavern is giving the treant any weird looks. They all seem to look at him as if he's some normal person. You don't know if it's because it's magic that's not affecting you, or because everyone is paid off, or what. You don't know what it is, but no one seems to be giving the treant any mind. They're treating him like another person.
Wait, Trents are people too?
I mean, I'm not racist against trees. I love the trees.
Would
the
the
tree
tree
behind
get
the tree?
upset if I decided to climb it?
That's up to you to find
I'm,
out,
o-
I guess.
I'm only 7 feet tall. There's not much to climb.
I didn't say
Yeah, but
climb, I
I'm
said-
only 5 foot something, so still, there's, up off the ground though.
I mean, if you want to, as long as you're not digging any claws or nothing in me, I don't care.
I didn't say I was going to do it next to you. I normally just take a pay behind a tree.
Just
no,
just
that,
don't
no.
do your business next to the treant. That's the only thing they ask.
Yeah, let's not do that. I don't have that kind of
Hey.
kink.
His roots need water.
I don't have that kind of kink. No, thank you.
Okay, let's get back to this. So you guys are having your conversation, the three of you up at the top.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've said my piece.
and I've said my apology, and when you guys interrupted me, I was basically got my information. I'll probably be finishing my food, and I don't want to like intrude too much to it to her time, because we were already rude.
Okay. So what are you doing now then?
I was going to probably, if I finish talking to I'll finish my food. If we finish at the same time, or if Storm goes outside before he ends, he's gonna ask. He's gonna ask us if he sees Storm leaving. He's gonna ask Storm where you're going, and just say,
For a walkabout.
and then
Okay.
that's probably about it.
Okay. What is Ella and Ferrum planning on doing?
I'm planning on avoiding outside during the daylight unless I have to go.
Okay. So mostly you're gonna spend the time inside the tavern here.
Yep, and or if I leave this building, it would be to go speak with the Grand Pickle and
Okay.
the elf.
All right. And what is Ferrum doing?
Just sticking around the tavern. I don't really know much about the other people yet, and they didn't make a great impression the first day. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna stick near this masked person. Masked or not, they seem to be a decent person.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah,
She's,
I'm fine with that.
she's more than masked. She's cloaked.
More than meets
She
the eye.
has a Oish dialogue to her.
Yep. Very soft spoken, and periodically you see a rather giant mechanical spider that
Yeah.
moves around her feet, or if she notices that people around her are uncomfortable with it near them, she'll move it out of the way of them. And then if they start walking and going anywhere, she actually basically wears it as a backpack.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mhm.
All right. So if that's what you two are doing, let's get to
Hey.
the three in the bottom.
Just
Yep,
in case
what's up?
I'm needed, I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. So Stone begins to walk around. Actually, let's bring the town map back.
Jimmy's character, basically, while I was walking out, and I guess Phoenix is next to me or behind
Yeah.
me somewhere. But he basically asked where I'm going. So just for a walkabout.
Okay.
So now, if they're going to follow me out,
I'm not following it. So now I'm just gonna say, all right, see you, Stone. I'm thinking we're gonna go talk to the Grand Pickle again, and see if they'll allow me in.
Yep. Okay. You guys can call it whatever you want at this point. I'm not going to correct you. It's the Grand Piscator. That's what it is. If you don't want to call it that, that's fine. I'll know what you mean. Don't worry.
I like how he said the Grand Pixel, and now all I can imagine is like
Well,
this.
think,
this
A
uh,
giant Tetris piece.
The
I
Piss-
have-
Pac-Man thing off the
Piscator,
pixels.
Piscator.
Yeah. Piscator. Exactly.
The Grand Piscator. Oh God.
All right. So let's start with Stone. And is Phoenix going with Stone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
go with the Stone. Fuck him out.
Okay. So if it's just a general walk around, is there anything specific you're looking for, or just you're gonna walk around and then at the end of the day come back to the tavern?
I'm going to head down to the dock, see if there's anybody that could work. So I don't have a battle, or not a battle. Just looking for some Dwarven weaponry, maybe. Just a little browsing, I guess.
So you're going down to the docks to find some dwarven weaponry.
Wherever the shops are, maybe to talk to people, some of the locals, see if there's a Dwarven smith in town or something.
Gotcha. Okay. Then
And if
you head east.
Phoenix is following me, then I might talk to her briefly. But just
Oh yes, there are dwarven smiths in town, and they're all very busy right now.
Yep.
Very.
Okay. Then which docks are you heading to? North, south? South docks. Okay, sounds good. You head down to the south docks and go ahead. You make your way down to the south docks.
I was just
where-
following the road going across.
Okay. Oh, so you crossed the bridge then?
No, not the bridge, just kind of work my way along this road here.
If you're heading down, there aren't that many dwarves in this area. If you're specifically looking for dwarves, eventually you can flag one down, but there's very, very few in this area that are walking around.
So yeah, I'll just say if there's any, quality dwarf armor smiths or weaponry, that I might be able to try with.
Weaponry, eh? Yeah. There's a place just north. I think it's just before the northern docks. There should be a place called the Dwarven Anvil. They
Something this
seem
way.
pretty busy though right now, but I'm sure business is business. So, he points out that it is a grab it. Here we go. He points out that it's actually right over here.
Then I will walk along this path,
All right.
checking to see what merchants are here.
Okay. Well, as you walk by, you see the market is it's actually interesting. It's not as busy in some location as it is in others. You'd see the usual place where they sell carpets, general home accessories, and other things like that are rather empty, and where the big places are in the makeshift weaponry and leathersmiths around the area on the east side. So this area here, the market's fairly empty. That most of the stalls here are full. But even then, there's still very few people than usual in this market.
Well, if there's weaponry to be looked at, I'm going to definitely take a peek.
Okay. The crowd's fairly hard to get by, but as you pass, you are able to get a peek of two specific shops that seem to be very busy. One is a leatherworking one that deals with a lot of different types of armor and just general leather making goods. And another is a shop that seems to specialize in different types of swords and shields. You do see some axes, but their main specialty seems to be sword and shields.
Okay. No interest there. And I will make my way along this path towards where the person told me that there might be.
Yeah, so over here, you notice a shop called the Dwarven Anvil. It is bustling. Not with people, but with specifically dwarves who all seem to be wearing the same uniform, going back and forth between a whole bunch of different, holding different scrap iron. There's some carts with ingots going around, a lot with just blankets covering the cart, and then many different types of weaponry being hauled on and carried by many different types of, or many dwarves going through. It's very bustling, but it looks like you can make your way through.
Well, I'm going to go take a look, see what's going on.
Okay. You head inside and you see it's the same as the outside. Many dwarves are just going in between, going through, or like taking back and forth different iron goods. There doesn't seem to be anyone who's usually at the front desk, but instead multiple people yelling orders to get many different weapons through.
Is there anywhere to have a
Hey, Cass.
seat to kind of just watch what's going on?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. What's up, Big?
I was just gonna show you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. Thought he said something on. Never mind. Oh, that's on stream. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Just eating a sandwich, that bitch. So there are a couple places to have seats, but a lot of the usual places seem to be filled up with just weapons that just been thrown on there.
Well, I'm just gonna find a corner or something I can just.
There
Plop
is
yourself
you,
down?
you push aside some of the shields that are stacked up on one chair, and you're able to just take a seat and watch. You watch as what seems to be like you listen to some of the conversations, and you hear things like, "Quickly, get that! They're already heading off on the next ship. No, the order is supposed to be for this ship." And they start mentioning. You just hear him going and directing people to different places. The orders seem to. You notice a pattern in the orders. They all seem to be standard made swords and shields. Some armor is being passed around, but it does not seem to be. It does not seem to be a lot of different armor coming out of this area.
And what kind of quality of workmanship, or just all of it just kind of rushed?
From you can't see because they're just taking the goods of back and forth as fast as they can. But you notice from the swords and shields and axes that are around you that a lot of these seem very new. They were just made. These ones specifically seem fairly rushed, but you're not too sure. It's definitely not the same workmanship you saw when you first came here.
Gotcha. Well, I'll hang around for a little while longer. Then once my curiosity is satisfied, I will make my way back to the dock and look for something maybe to eat.
Okay, you head over. You head over to the dock. Also, Phoenix has been with you the whole time. So if there's something you want to say, Serene, let me know. But I'm just assuming you're following for now.
If she was been with me, I would have probably said something on the line. Did you see that ent? Those are rare. Also,
I just know how much you love to
I do
watch
wanna
me
point
eat,
out
so I
that
figured I'd point it out to you that I was eating on
cloaked
camera.
figure with the mask.
Just for you, Cass.
My suspicions
Just to get your
are,
motor running, sir.
and it's a suspicion, but that individual might be Dro.
Cass, now I'm gonna eat a pickle.
Hello, you.
So I need to avoid,
Yes.
or okay. What about the tree? Would the
Now,
tree
being from
mind if
where
I
I'm
climbed
from,
on
you
it?
know,
He answered yes as to
Good, Dom.
not
I'm
that
glad
you
you're
needed
horny.
to avoid her, but yes, as in that's what he was talking about.
Oh my god.
At least that's how.
How though? I thought
Wait,
that
what-
you guys
what?
were elsewhere.
I was answering.
Just
out
gonna
of
say this
character.
pickle is
I'm
so
sorry.
damn good it's making me horny too.
Dad, I'll shut up.
it's okay.
I was just trying to get a little clarification myself, because
Well, dude,
he
you should have
said
gave me a
that,
bigger pickle.
that he believes that person to be a drow,
It's gone now.
Yes.
That's
and
it.
then
Being that some of my background deals with war, and the place I'm from, we've been at war with demons for basically since I could remember, and I've had dealings with many races, and the Drows don't like being outdoors. Their tone is kind of specific, so I picked up a lot of this,
And now we continue
and I'm
to
not
the soup.
I'm not impartial to Drows. I'm not, we did fight together. I'm, envious of their combat prowess, but yeah, it's, if she was following me,
Cheddar
being
broccoli
Shireen's
soup.
character, I would have pointed out that, that our tree friend is something kind of rare. At least I have only seen them, very small dealings with them, and obviously the Drow and elves and gnomes and pretty much any other race that was living on our world, we've all either fought together or.
Oh god, the soup
And
is so hot. It's
yeah,
burning
I'm just
me,
pointing out
Cass.
that my suspicion is, and I don't know what her feelings would be to a Drow, but. Not that it's a huge issue, anyways, but just clarifying what my suspicions, because somebody who wears a mask, you do get suspicious about him, and my character to begin with is pretty suspicious about any new people, regardless. And it takes time for my character to kind of warm up, and more or less the bond that my character will build to another character is mainly through combat. So
Right.
back to food.
So basically, just
So
trying-
back to food.
So, you do go through. Where do you go for food? Just near the South Docks again?
Yeah, just walking my way across. So not so much looking for bird jerky this time, but
So you head over to the south where the usual food stalls are, and as you notice, a lot of the food stalls right now are actually closed. There aren't many left over. The thing is, though, usually these stalls look like they are not yet prepared when they're closed, but it looks like these stalls were open before, but are sold out. You also notice a lot of stalls that aren't closed have very little food left. It seems that a lot of food is being bought out.
so it looks like people are buying up supplies.
Unfortunately, the only foods that are left are vegetable based. Doesn't seem to be any meat based foods left.
We don't need food.
Hmm?
If you photosynthesize, you don't need food.
I can make my
I
own
Yeah,
mean-
but
food
not
while I
everybody
take
can
it.
photosynthesize though.
I mean, true, but you do have an ent that's a druid that can do that. Yeah, I
Good
think I
there.
cast it twice.
We don't know that you're a druid yet.
No, I know.
We only know about your character that you're a tree.
Is you're tall, and I want to climb you because you're a tree.
Okay, so if there is nothing new for me to partake in, I will make my way back to the inn.
Okay.
Or we will, I should say.
Also, I completely forgot to get everybody properly immersed. So let's do that now.
Hey, Chaos, I'd like to retcon my spell I chose to Expeditious Retreat instead of Detect Magic.
That's fine with me.
And Timmy, here's your hydrate.
Always a good spell.
Okay. So all right, and that's all that you're doing. The Holy Cow just wanted to go to the Grand Piscator.
Grand potato. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The Holy Cow probably would be going alone, considering that nobody else is going with him. So it's likely he'll just walk up. He'll just walk up to wherever he was talking to the Grand Piscator before.
Okay. So you enter the building. You don't remember too much about the entrance, but you just decide to start walking. They let you in pretty easily. Like they're not stopped at the front. As you go up to the staircase you originally took, you are stopped.
Hey, wait. Before I even go in, if there's any guards around that looks like that's not stopping me,
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask them, hey, can you tell the Grand Piscator that one of the adventurers that's gonna take the quest is here?
They'll say, okay. We don't deal with internal matters. I recommend you go inside the building and ask them there.
All right.
And that concludes
All right,
Mukbang with Big during D&D night.
then I go up and I stop way before the person stops me. I'm not gonna like force my way in or anything, right?
Yeah, that's fine. You enter the building. There are many other guards still inside the building. The hall is still in shambles in terms of people going around with their like chickens like with their heads cut off, but it's still relatively civil in there. So people are sort of panicking and going around with stacks of papers in their hands and talking with others, but there's still order inside there.
I'm not gonna interrupt anybody. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna see the guards, basically the ones that's just standing around
Okay.
or guarding the door, and ask him
Yep.
if the Grand Skater is available. If he's not, then just tell him one of the adventurers is here to talk to him. If
The guard,
if
yeah, go ahead.
he if and I'll say if he's not available, then I understand, and I'll go on my way.
The guard looks at you and then points.
I
towards
am
the
now
desk,
officially taking
and
over as
then
Queen Big.
says, "Go there."
Thanks for the cheer, Dama. If you cheer 100 points, it triggers
I go
that
to the
event.
desk and say the same thing.
So 400 just triggers it.
They say, "Yes, that's fine. We can let you through. You may go see the Grand Piscator."
Okay.
So you go to the staircase, I'm assuming, where you went originally.
Yep.
The guard there is about to stop you, but then the person you talked to before says goes, "No, let him through, and they let you through. You then proceed up the staircase,
Yep.
up into the door for the Grand Piscator. It is currently closed.
I knock on the door.
You can hear upon approaching the door. You hear some voices on the inside talking, and when you knock, the voices stop, and you hear some footsteps walking up the door. Someone who's wearing some regal clothes opens the door and says, "Whoa, yes."
And thanks for the
Hey,
cheer, though,
I'm
Dama.
here to talk about the talk to the Grand
Always
Skater
appreciate
to
it.
get more information about this quest.
West.
Are you him, or are you
This is not the
Yes,
Grand
he is.
Piscator. This person's not the Grand Piscator.
Is he available?
He's yes, the Grand Piscator is available. She is available. Well,
Oh, I
as
forgot she was
available as she can be.
all right.
So the guy then walks up to the Grand Piscator and says, "This one's looking for you about a quest of some sort." And the Grand Piscator then says, "Oh yes. What is it? Are you ready to go? We should have the carriages ready for you by tomorrow morning, but I've been told the armor may take some more time."
All right. That sounds good. I was here to apologize about my excitement and greed. I didn't really understand the importance or your position earlier.
That's fine. The city's in a panic at the moment. At this point, formalities are really not necessary.
I know they're not necessary, but I've realized that I was really rude. I didn't understand it earlier, and I'm a bit dull sometimes, and so I didn't understand our position.
Yes, do not worry. You're forgiven.
Uh,
We we'd like you to. Maybe I should explain more of the situation. I was in a rush, but you are adventurers, and this is your livelihood and your life at stake.
Yeah, and we were kind of rushed in here in the first place, so we didn't really even understand your position as well. So we didn't really understand the situation until we walked around and saw the general mood of the area. We just came back from two of our party members dying, so it's so so we were kind of out of mind. You understand? Um,
Yes, I understand.
and we weren't trying to sound greedy or anything. We were just being. we really didn't want to do anything after two of our members just died,
I understand.
and
I wouldn't ask this of you if I had any other choice.
I understand that you had no choice in the matter as well. So I think we would be willing to go as when the carriages are ready. We'll probably just go.
Then that would be great. We can get that. We'll get. We'll have it
I
ready for you
I
tomorrow
probably
morning.
won't worry about it. I was just thinking about staying because being properly armored is one of the things that I was worried about in this quest.
Well,
One of the reasons why I was so rushed about it. Um, I was thinking about waiting around, but it seems a bit too important for me to wait around.
I'm glad you understand the situation. It's also my fault. I should have explained this better. At the moment, dragons have invaded our entire continent. They've come from from across the ocean, and they've attacked everything. We have gotten more messengers back since yesterday, and it's spread as far as we know. Every town is experiencing an influx in dragons. Many have already been wiped out, as we know. They they haven't stopped coming from overseas either. They just keep flooding over. We don't know what's causing this. We have a pact done with Dinstall, with a dragonborn there. Uh, I have told you about Fensol already. She and the dragonborn at Dinstall uh oversee anything done in the let me just get the name here. Hold on.
We were also worried when you said you haven't contacted them. They haven't contacted you, and we thought maybe the dragons already wiped them. But
Well, we haven't had contact with these Dinstall in years. Dinstall is only to contact other than routine maintenance or routine checks to make sure they're okay. But we usually get word from Dinstall if anything dragon related or anything comes from from the Magic Continent. Actually, I need to get the name of it for you guys too. Hold on.
so you're saying that this place hasn't contacted you in years.
Other than for routine checkups.
Well, they have contacted you. It's just only for routine checkups. Okay, so that makes more sense. Is this thing magical that warns you, or is it just some sort of
We get a messenger, an envoy from Dinstall that usually keeps us up to date on anything. There hasn't been any action recently. Oh, Neos, here it is. So far to the west, across the ocean, there's a continent called Neos. Neos is magically rich, and many powerful elementals and dragons live in the area. We keep contact with Dinstall that watches over any actions that happen in Neos, so that if something comes our way, we can properly prepare for it. However, Dinstall has given us no warning of this dragon attack. This is clearly something they would give us warning about, and they would never break the pact. I'm worried something may be wrong in Dinstall.
all right? So you think this elf? Why is this elf so important to the cause? Don't we just need to send a messenger over and figure it out? I mean, what's the importance of? I mean, I get. I don't really get why we're escorting somebody else to do it when we could just go and do it.
She looks at you and says, "This is. I'll tell you about this too, but this does not leave this room." The elf Fensol originally created the pact with Dinstall. Fensol has taken a liking to Saltmarsh for quite a few of my generation, our generations. She was already here when I arrived, and has been for quite some time. She is the reason we even have contact with Dinstall in the first place. And without her, the pact wouldn't exist. We cannot send anybody else because no one else can perform the duties that she can.
All right, that makes sense. Okay. We there was so many questions going through my head that we were going through so much over these few days. So like I said again, I'm really sorry about being so unnecessary, Grady.
Do not worry of it. Just, I ask that you escort Fensol properly. If we were to lose her, all of Saltmarsh would be doomed.
You think if we wait a tiny bit longer to get my armor, so I can protect her properly, do you think anything would happen?
I'm unsure of the future. I don't know how long we have. We may be safe for years. We may be safe for as long as time, or a dragon could attack us tomorrow. A dragon could appear overhead just this second. I have no idea.
All right. It sounds like we probably should just leave tomorrow then.
Welcome
That
back
would
to
be best.
Mukbang with Big. And now
We're
we're gonna
racing
eat our
against the
dessert
clock.
salad.
Whose hands we cannot see.
We're just so used to we've been basically we thought if we don't come back we don't get any reward. That's why my friend was saying he wanted anything up front.
As the Grand Piscator of Saltmarsh, I give you my word, you will be compensated for your actions. As long as Saltmarsh and I exist, you will be compensated.
All right.
I swear that to you.
And I swear we'll do our best to protect this elven chick.
Fensol, it would be in your best interest to give her respect. Compared to her, I am but a child, a peasant.
I'm sorry for my lack of respect and my bluntness.
That's fine.
All right.
If the chick's so powerful, why does she
I
need
go
us?
out. If you need anything else, and if you get anything better, just contact us. And if you know where we're at.
The inn next to the council, correct?
What did he say? Yeah, the inn next to the council.
I'll send an envoy your way if I need a word.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna head out now. Hope you have a good day.
You as well. I hope we all do.
I walk out.
Okay. You walk out, and the person who greeted you at the door then goes to close the door.
All right. That's probably the end of. I'll probably be going back to the inn and actually getting ready for the day.
Yep.
Compared to like compared to what I did before.
Yep, that's fine. So you're at the inn. I assume everyone's back at the inn now.
Indeed.
Okay.
I never left though.
Yep, fair enough.
I never left either.
Then that's that. What are you guys doing at the inn? Just passing the rest of the day?
Getting something to eat.
All right, sounds good. The inn does still have food for you. The food shortage you saw outside seems unaffected. It seems to not even be an issue in this inn, as they are plentiful with what they have.
Nice.
The food is still covered, as they just they ask what you like, or they go, yes, what can we get you?
Food, he says.
What are you serving?
We have right now a strong steak we can give you as well. We do have some wonderful vegetable platters if you'd like those as well. And
I don't know if we should do steak with the Minotaur around. It's a bit cannibalistic.
I mean, the dwarf isn't a minotaur, so it's not really cannibalistic for him.
I mean, also you're a treant, so vegetables
I
and
don't
fruits
eat
would
anything.
also be cannibalistic.
I don't eat anything, so it doesn't matter to me.
Fair enough.
You eat.
Well, if
some-
he ate a tree, it would be cannibalistic.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
mean,
offer one tree.
I mean, the cow doesn't avoid meat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it because they're lesser beings, and
So-
basically, it's just the hunt, basically.
Yeah, I mean it's cattle. Like he's had meat before, but
It's
I mean you
not-
wouldn't know that you are a treant. So
It's whenever it gets close to dinner time, I'm gonna come down out of the room.
okay. Yeah, we can say it's around dinner time now. So that's Stone was the first to go get food, but everyone else slowly joins. And actually, I'll put you guys back on the other map.
Definitely steak and some of them taters.
Missing.
Can I have what he's having? But can I have some fruit, please?
Yes, they have a vegetable platter and a fruit platter. They also have some mixed if you like, because they do serve elves here pretty well.
They serve elves.
Mm. Not on a plate, but they serve them.
Yeah, like what kind of spices do they cook them in?
So the elves are gonna be on like a skewer then.
Yeah, exactly. You got the ear skewer, and then with a nice finishing.
I
No,
mean,
actually, the ears take up the entire skewer.
Caramel glaze.
Exactly.
I
Uh,
I didn't laugh at that.
so they get you your food. And it seems to be quite a fancy platter with very good portion sizes.
I will thank him and just dig in.
Enjoy. So I assume Stone, Phoenix, and eventually Timmy makes his way to the table.
Yeah, Targoth is coming down to eat too.
Okay, so Targoth comes down. I assume Ella and Farum are sitting on the opposite table.
I mean, let's see.
Let me know where move your tokens to where you're gonna be. It'd be easier for me to figure out where you guys are.
I mean, I only see the actual map.
So wait, is everyone eating over here then?
Looks like it. Can you see
Okay.
Timmy?
I will get up and walk over there, and I'll motion to the tree to follow.
Which one's your token? Is it this one?
I think it's JJ.
That's mine.
Okay, that is your token then. Okay. I'll stand right there in the corner. I can't really sit properly because the grid goes outside of the room, but
If you hold Alt, it automatically it won't lock your grid. There you go.
That's better.
Okay, so the party seems to be sitting together. Targoth, you just make your way down. I assume everyone else had gotten food, except for the tree, who's photosynthesizing.
He stuck a hand out the window so that he
Yeah.
can.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious
much.
meal.
Hmm.
I'm guessing the cow got a meat platter as well.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so everyone's eating around the table. Targoth, you make your way down and you see everyone's eating around there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some food too, and I'm gonna sit down and join them.
What food you getting?
Just give me what they're having.
Okay, the special is just a nice mixed salad with a steak as well. So they get you that, and I assume take a seat. All right, everyone's around the table.
All right. Cal mentions what he's been talking about the Grand Piscator, and how he thinks we should just go as soon as the carriage ready and don't worry about the armor at all. We'll come back. We'll come back to it once. And tell him what the Grand Piscator about the reward and stuff about the reward and
And what about the supply situation?
how the danger, the supply situation, and all that. And basically, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said, but my memory's not that good. So
That's fine. That's probably exactly what the cow would do. They probably wouldn't remember everything either. So
Okay, why did we lose 2 people?
welcome back. Okay, so I don't know. You guys are the ones discussing here.
I'm just sitting quietly. I'm with the group, but I'm not eating.
Yep.
I've already had my meal.
Fair enough.
I'm tucking into that steak like I haven't eaten all day because I haven't.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cast prestidigitation on the salad to add a little salt and pepper flavor to it because it's a little bland.
Oh, I thought you were about to say I cast prestidigitation on the salad to make it look like a baked potato or something. Like something you'd actually want to eat.
Why wouldn't I want a salad?
Yeah.
Racist.
I don't get how a salad is racist, but okay.
Well, a potato is a root, or what is it actually? It's not a root. It's
Tubular.
thank you, tubular. And then you've got leafies, which are lettuce and like cabbages and stuff. So like, I mean, I guess if you want to be weird about it.
Welcome back, Pawn.
I
So
didn't
you're...
go there.
It's the rain that keeps popping
Oh,
in and
sorry.
out
I see.
and in and out and in and out.
I see.
Not sure
Okay.
that it can be helped.
Well, the Holy Cow has explained what the Grand Piscator said. Most of it. Some details are left out here and there. But most of the you guys got the gist of it. So that's all. After he says that, the party sits in silence.
I'm not.
I'm
stupid.
just sitting in silence in general. I have yet to really talk much at all, just because I just don't. I pay attention. I listen.
As I'm chewing.
So,
on my
well, it
food,
sounds like we need to go tonight.
I look over my
Are
shoulder.
the
at
carriages
end.
ready?
Have we even heard anything from them yet? about
That's-
being ready?
That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Timmy just said that he explained his talk with the Grand Piscator. Oh well, never mind. I'm
Missing some details, but yeah, he did mention something about the carriages being ready tomorrow, but he couldn't remember when.
Just keep going to the going to deliver the actual elf, and since dragons are everywhere.
So the elf, she's powerful, huh?
Well, she probably is. She's some ancient person who did the pact in the first phase.
Well, then what does she need us for?
Probably protection. They don't really want her to go alone. And then there's also the fact that apparently the reward is going to be pretty hefty. Basically whatever we. Anyway, he promised on his position as the Grand Skater, basically, and I feel like honor is a really big thing with that position anyway. So I don't think this town's gonna get wiped.
Well, if he doesn't pay us, we could always just kill him.
I am not fond of killing innocents.
Well, he wouldn't be an innocent if he didn't pay us.
Anyway, I don't think he won't. So just based on an honor situation. And and it seems like it's probably going to be safer at the place anyway, considering the town might be attacked.
Well, then I think we should make our rest and be out tomorrow morning, then, huh?
Yeah.
Indeed. Wait, did you say that we passed on the information about, or they passed on the information about the supplies?
Which specific supplies?
About not having much food in town?
Did you ask Stone about anything?
That was dumb.
No, but Stone said that he was going to talk about that and that he was going to talk about putting forward the information that he got from the Piscator. But I didn't actually hear anything about the
I never talked to the Piscator.
supplies.
No, that was the Holy Cow who was gonna go to
Oh, the
Piscator.
cow.
Stone was just going to the Holy Cow did pass on some of the information about the talk with the Grand Piscator, but Stone hasn't passed on any information.
Yeah, I can hold them for a bit. Sorry, my mom came in to talk to me because her puppy came and visited. What?
So Stone hasn't passed on any information. He just went on a walk, as far as you know.
Okay.
And the Holy Cow has passed on some information about his talk with the Grand Piscator
Oh, okay.
regarding leaving, about the carriages being ready for tomorrow, and dragons have seemed to overrun the area, not like the continent, not just in the area near the town.
Well, after I've had a good outing of the food in front of me, I will get everybody's attention and basically relay what I've learned from the town. It seems like the food seems to be scarce at the moment, and they're making ready for battle. It's real hasty work, but yeah, it looks like they're getting ready for something big.
Well, in reference to food, I don't need to eat, so it's not really a problem for me.
Who's that?
The Trent.
I'm just going to look at them. Okay.
However, I
Out
may
of
have a
character, the dwarf is just looking at the tree, going, "What do you mean you don't need to eat?"
in the sense that you mortals do.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know it ends that well, so I can't really say. Just kind of really, this plant is talking. Okay,
Oh, you racist fuck!
no, it's just
I know.
yeah,
I'm just
you're,
teasing you out of
you're
character.
just like, oh, what, you're just not comfortable with the situation, I guess.
I don't eat in the same sense as you rest of you people do, so I don't have to worry about the lack of physical sustenance. However, I
And
can
5 minutes from
supply.
now, the sun goes out and never comes back, and the tree starts screaming.
However, I can help with sustaining the rest of you.
He clenches his butt cheeks really hard, and then a little blueberry comes out.
Behold my dingleberries.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I don't
jeez.
think I'm ever touching that tree's berry.
By the way, what's your story?
Me, the Trent.
No, Ella.
Oh, Ella. Okay.
I see you got a little friend that seems to pop out every now and then.
So, at the mention of a little friend, one of the smaller spider that she keeps about her kind of crawls out of her robe and down her arm and onto the table in front of her, and she reaches down and pets it, and then we'll just quietly say that she's studied magics here and there, and that she's currently working on mastering the artifice.
And then Elva shall ask her, why does she cover herself so?
And she will turn and look directly at you at this point. And in Elvish will say, "I believe we both know why."
I gotta take a call. You guys keep going.
All right then.
And then Throw, I'll actually say, well met.
You just said well met, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And she'll nod at you and say to you as well. Wow.
Do either of you elves speak the old language or just the new one?
And out of character, give me a second. I'm on round 2 of 3. I can answer that momentarily. Because I
What-
can't pause.
I'm like, what are you talking about? What?
Just that good. Give me 1 second. I think we're almost done. So I out of character. I have severe ADD, so I have to keep myself busy, like my hands busy, my mind busy. Otherwise, I have a rather bad tendency of just nonstop talking and running at the mouth.
I
So
hope
if I keep my
I hope you have a bib.
yeah, right. So yeah, I tend
I
to
do
feel
know the ADD sensation, so I do kind of know what you're coming from.
yeah, I just if I distract myself, it makes dealing with people and it makes it oh wow. Sometimes tends to make it easier for other people to be able to deal with me.
Well, the
Mm.
good thing is you're behind a mic versus when you're actually sitting with people, it's a little different.
Yeah, and the gaming group that I game with in person, I'll sit with the book or
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'll sit with the book or a handheld game or something, and it's just understood that yeah, I do pay attention. I hear everything going on around me. And you asked what languages I spoke. Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, and a specific sign language.
And what
That
about you, Phoenix?
Poor Dama. Dama running
Rainy
away
there?
from the cock.
If you're there, Serene, we can't hear you.
Well, her mic's muted anyway.
Ah, that's probably it.
Sometimes she randomly fucks off too, so you never know.
She's not dealing with the best internet connection right now.
Phoenix.
Well, she's not dealing with the best internet connection right now.
That's fair. Phoenix seems engrossed in her food right now, and she just doesn't really hear what you guys are saying.
All right, then. I see someone has quite the appetite.
She's typing right now.
Oh.
Oh, now Chaos, if I can eat live on stream, you can too. You're going to have to move your food or camera a little bit. We have to get Dama nice and horny.
I step away from the mic for a moment and come back, and all I hear is something about dumb, mice, and horny.
Don't worry, that's happening in the world of magic right now.
But yeah, I ate and then immediately said, okay, well, I guess we're going to take an early day, and went back to my room to finish preparing my scroll because it takes all day.
Okay. It has been explained or has been mentioned that I can take care of the sustaining.
We all have like rations too, so I don't know why that's even a problem. We bought rations last session.
So Phoenix, she stops eating for a little bit and notices the rest of you, and she notices that she's just looking curiously at you, Ferrum, as she then goes to poke you.
I'm not squishy.
She still seems surprised.
She
that
just
you
has
are-
this thing about touching wood.
But upon you saying that, she then goes back to eating her
No,
food. Oh, there we go.
it's not that. I'm trying to figure out if I want to try and swing on the branches or not.
As far as Ferrum knows,
At the
you're
moment,
just
everything's
poking.
clear. I
Yeah.
can't promise it's going to last like that forever.
Yeah, Big, make sure you hydrate.
I don't wanna.
Well, you better.
Oh, I did it 2 times.
I did your first one. I did your first one. I just haven't did your third one now. Did your first and second one.
I have to drink 3 times now.
I have drunk 2 times now out of your 3.
And I'll just keep on spamming it.
Alright, I'm gonna turn it off.
You can continue your conversation though.
I honestly cannot hear Serene. Like, I hear bits and pieces of it, but most of it's not
Her
coming
mic is muted, so you're not going to hear anything
through.
other than what you might hear over Big's mic. But
Well, no, she's not home right now. She's in Houston. That's why her internet is so bad.
Oh, I see.
Said the blind man.
Blind
I
out.
did not know that.
And
Okay.
All right, Timmy, you asshole. Here, look, pay attention.
So, is there anything else you guys want to discuss?
I don't really have anything to discuss. I'm just ready to go on the trip as soon as we can.
All right.
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
so
You
what,
then
we're
finish-
gonna have some carriages too. One.
Jimmy?
Oh, we still need to know if the carriages are done.
Timmy's the only one that knows. Or sorry, the Holy Cow's the only one that knows anything about this.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
how many carriages we got?
We said it multiple times. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, he,
How many
he
carriages
said it
do we have?
tomorrow.
So what do we have to do? Okay.
Yo, Chaos. You said 2, right?
What did I say? That's weird. I can't quite remember.
You did say 2.
It's almost as if people should write this stuff down.
Exactly, and we did, and that's why I'm saying he did say 2.
I know, Pig. You take good notes.
Welcome back.
Right? Is that everything then?
Guess that's what it
You said
going to see.
this year tomorrow.
Okay. Then you guys finish up your meals. It's still a couple hours until nightfall, but everyone finds their own way to pass the time until eventually it is nightfall. You all go to bed.
Okay. Well,
Did
I
you
did go
set a
outside
time
at
for when you're waking up?
daybreak, maybe.
First crack of smelling food cooking. Yes.
So nightfall passes. Day approaches. Oh, I like you. Go to your rooms.
Go to your rooms, he says. I like how he was like a dad who's punishing everyone. He's
But
like,
Dad,
"Go to
I'm
your
already in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I no
Dad.
longer have a bed on the floor. I actually have a bed.
Okay. Well, I actually don't have enough room shown on this map, but there is enough for everyone. Ferrum goes to sleep outside, as it is most comfortable for him. And nightfall passes. It is early, or it is morning. Who gets up first?
I mean, I just wake up with the sunlight.
So yeah, first to wake up then would be Ferrum.
Oh yes, Chaos.
I'll actually
Eat
just leave the
that
playlist
steak.
to you, Pawn. You got this down pat.
Eat that steak slowly, man.
Yep. So crack of dawn. Ferrum's up first.
I'll be out by
Oh
10.
yes, Chaos. Yes.
Ah.
Take it all in.
I'm
I'm just
definitely up
standing.
about 8 o'clock.
I'm just standing by the door,
Mhm.
waiting.
So 6 o'clock, you're out the door waiting.
Yes, Chaos. Chew
8
that
o'clock
meat.
is when Pawn gets up and does his routine. Or are you out the door by 8?
Oh, chew it well.
Pawn?
Make my way down to the bar.
Are you
Oh,
up
yeah,
by
baby.
8 or out the door by 8?
I am up by 8, doing my routine, and then make my way down probably about 8:30.
What about everyone else?
Oh, I'd be up kind
I'm
of
out by
early,
10.
going down and getting breakfast, waiting. We
Huh?
got to get a crack of dawn leave on
Just
us.
waiting.
Greet the ent and make my way to the bar.
Hello? Mildly?
I'm downstairs eating breakfast at a reasonable
What's reasonable to you?
preferably, I'm gonna say probably 5, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Preferably before the rest of the people are down eating, so that
Ah.
I can be done eating before they get there.
All right. So you're up by the crack of dawn, as is as is Ferrum. You go downstairs as soon as you finish your routine. What time's Targot up, by the way?
Crack of dawn.
Okay. And then I don't know what Serene's. Serene, do you know when you are up? I guess she's not really here right now, so I'll assume she'll get up at the same time with the holy cow. Okay. So
Tweet, tweet.
actually, I think Ella would be up before the crack of dawn because she'd prefer it to be still dark before she gets up. I'm assuming.
Well, I mean,
I
not only that,
mean,
but
I've had to learn to sleep at night and be awake during, well, quote unquote, sleep at night,
Mm-hmm.
meditate. Because all these people have this weird notion of being up during the sun.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
But yes, I will come out of my trance probably about 4 in the morning.
Okay. You get downstairs. There surprisingly is still someone there serving. Not the same person as before, but someone else. And they get you your food relatively well. They're actually much more respectful than the last guy was, but he's very silent. At around 6 o'clock, when the sun comes up, Ferrum gets up. Ferrum, do you make your way to the tavern at 6, or are you just waiting outside at 6? Okay.
yep, I'm
You
just
make your way to the
inside.
tavern.
I'm just standing in just inside the door,
Okay.
by the door.
You make your way into the tavern. The only person there is the tavern keep and Ella. Ella seems to have already been eaten. Some people are getting up for what seems like work as they get out and then head out, but they do not seem to be in the best of shape, meaning looking like they partied the night before. Around 8:30, you see Stone come down. Stone, you see Ella and Ferrum. And what are you guys doing in the meantime?
Whenever I come down, I'm gonna get some breakfast.
You come at the same time as Targoth. Sorry, you come at the same
Oh,
time as
thank
nah.
The cow.
You would come down half an hour after Ferrum shows up. So, you would see Ella's already finished eating and Ferrum is there waiting as you go to get food.
Hey, bartender, what's for breakfast today?
Standard bacon and eggs. It seems to be the most popular item, so we've kept it for breakfast. We do have some vegetable platters, though, if you like.
What about porridge or oatmeal or any kind of a hearty grain?
We have that too. It's not as popular an item, though, surprisingly, but we have some in the back for you.
Well, we have a
Get it
big
prepared for you.
journey today. I would love some grain.
I'll get that ready for you then. He goes to the back, grabs a bag, comes back to the front, and begins to make your porridge. He prepares your porridge and gives it to you.
Well, then I'll sit down and have some breakfast.
I'll just sit quietly as they talk and eat.
Sounds good.
By the time he gets up, you've been waiting for like 4 hours, 6 hours.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes,
he-
for
I
a
mean,
good amount of time.
he's not. He's just out by 10. He's been up since 8, but he's been doing. He's been doing a bunch of stuff like preparing and shit.
How things, yes.
How things.
Mooing at the morning sun.
Yeah.
Okay. And Phoenix comes down the same time you do. And you grab your food. I'm assuming just regular breakfast.
Yep.
With the hard-boiled eggs and bacon.
Yes, they have that one standard. You finished eating? Now everyone's good to go.
Definitely.
I'm ready.
Ears all shiny, my weapons all clean, teeth, beard all nicely manicured.
By the way, guys, Dama just got slayed by the cock.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a
Poor
don't you hate it when a
Dama.
strong cock slayer? Oh, now that's when you
Hello,
show
y'all.
up. That's when you come back, Serene.
I don't get it.
Cockatrice.
Oh,
Part of Minecraft.
All right. So you guys are now fully prepared. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Well, as soon as the carts are ready, I'm gonna say, everybody, we need to load up. We got a long journey ahead of us, don't we?
mm-hmm.
Okay. There are no carts outside.
Well, then I'm just gonna sit my ass back down at the table.
At around 11, you'll then see someone walk in. It seems to be Timmy. You would recognize him as the guy that was in the office before. The rest of you don't really know who he is. He'll then see that you're all mostly together, and then say, I guess he would walk to the nearest person. So he would walk up to Ferrum, and he'd go, Ferrum, the carts are now ready for you. For your party. Please make your way to the entrance to the city.
All right.
And then give-
Reason.
Yeah.
Some
yeah,
reason. I thought you said the cocks are ready for you, Ferrum.
I did too. That's exactly what I heard. I just wasn't gonna bring attention to it.
The
No,
cocks
that-
are ready
no.
for you.
No, see, that's what needs to be said to the Gaz, not the character.
Ribbed for your pleasure, sir. Yeah, so he says the carts are ready, but he has an accent to it. And then he gives everyone else a nod, and then he takes his leave.
So wait, there's person here, and then the rest of our group is over here.
Looks like it. That's where they wanted to sit. Oh, Targoth also didn't leave his damn room. I'm assuming he's at the bar, so. Or there, yeah, that's good too.
All right. Did any of them notice the guy come in and talk to me?
I mean, yes. There's no one else really here, so
So then,
unless they were super busy, they would have noticed it.
do I need to go walk around the room and talk to each of them to tell them to follow so we can leave, or can I just be like, let's go?
That's up to you. Everyone else should have seen him come in, and he was loud enough that everyone could hear him.
Okay. Let's go.
Well, hey guys, our carts are ready. We should probably boogie.
What's this word boogie?
Boogie woogie.
Oh God, this Discord sucks.
Is it?
Cocks are ready for you.
All right. Then I assume the rest, all of you leave the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you make your way to the yeah. I assume you're gonna make your way to the entrance to the city.
Where is the entrance, by the way?
There.
Oh, that one? There? Okay. Boop.
Okay. Why do I not have view set up? Weird. Okay, you make your way there. Most of the army that was there before seem to have already left. At this point, it's just sailor, or not sailors, sorry, dock keepers who are just preparing to preparing regular stuff as they seem to be returning back from the path here. At the front of the gate, you actually see a lot of people leaving. They seem to be either going on horses or going on foot, going somewhere. As you now have you notice there are 3 carts, each being pulled by 2 horses, and an additional horse with no cart to it, waiting at the sides.
Wait, what's that horse for?
You then would see there are quite a few guardsmen next to the carts, and Fensel, the elf, who you would recognize.
Mm-hmm. I pick up the pace so I can catch up to Fensel.
They're right outside the cart, like they're next to the carts, basically.
Oh, okay.
Fensel seems fairly quiet, but the guards, one of them recognize you and come up. Who's leading the party? Who's leading the walk, basically, I should say.
Well, Targoth was the first one to the gate, so technically he would be. That being said, nobody else has left the tavern but me and Stone and Targoth.
I assume everybody left. They're just not moving. So the guard would then approach Targoth and then go, are you the adventurers?
If adventuring is what we must do, yes.
The ones to escort our lady here?
Clifton shipped.
Yes.
Oh, you must be. You are as described. We have the carts ready. Fensol is there. She will be escorted in that cart. The other 2 are for you, or for all of you, and the additional horses in case things go awry. We have everything prepared for you. We'd like, please offer us a proper escort. We have gotten very little news from the north, but from the messengers that have come back, the path is treacherous. We've been able to steer. Someone has been keeping Saltmarsh safe by having it be a. From what they said, they've left targets around Saltmarsh to keep the dragons more occupied, but we can't guarantee any safety in this area. Please be on your guard. We have preparations ready to try to mask ourselves as we travel on the path, but if something comes our way, please protect us.
That's what we're here for.
Then we shall be on our way.
Glory.
Well, that was a great session, guys. We'll pick up next week.
You wish. Actually, you know what? No, I'm kidding. Okay, so you begin the trek to Dinstall.
Woohoo!
You the carts seem to be rather well equipped and rather well packed. Rations are enough for a journey that could take up to a month.
Oh,
Although
good
the trip
God.
is really only supposed to be less than a week. They are very well prepared. There are quite a few guards patrolling next to your carts as you go, and you don't really get much talk with Fensel as she's in her own separate cart. But you make your way through. About 6 hours into the trek, a large roar is heard.
Hello, friend.
It seems to be coming from the west, flying overhead.
Hello, friend.
The cart with Fensel and the guards then begin to take
I'm just
tarps.
saying, if a dragon ever showed up and talked like that, I'd be like, nope, done. Sorry.
Well, hello there.
Oh, that'd be so cool. That voice. Am I getting the Tobias back? Aw. Oh, you're such a cool.
Okay. So you hear roaring overhead as something seems to be approaching.
Hmm.
The cart with Fensol in it, they immediately begin to pull what seems to be like a tarp from the back of the carriage. They put it over top of the carriage. It seems to be mixed. It seems to be some mix of green and brown with many leaves attached to it, and they put it over top the cart. The cart and the guards then begin to take shelter inside the forest underneath the tree. They don't go very far off the path, but just far enough that they are masked under the trees.
Do we have
What
a
are you
tarp
guys doing?
for our? Do we have a tarp for ours?
Do you look?
Sure. What do I
Uh,
need to roll for that? What do I need to roll for that? Rather?
No, you would need to roll for this. You go look in the same place that they pulled their tarp out, and you notice there's also a tarp for your carts. Also, I need to know how you guys are traveling. Who's in what and what's going on. There are 2 carts available for you guys, and 1 additional horse that's just following the carts. I need to know where everyone is.
I feel like I honestly would be best just to keep walking myself because yeah, they said it would be able to take be able to fit me, but at the same time, I'm a heavy ass motherfucker. And then on top of that, you've got all these provisions and stuff that you say were provided for to be able to survive a
They're
trek
not
of
filling
a
the
month.
cart. The
No, I
cart
know.
is okay.
I know that, but it's still for provisions enough for a month, filling in between 3 carts. That's a lot of food for like 6 or 7 people. Not to mention the fact that they have guards. That's a lot of people.
You would be able to fit in one of the carts, but it'd have to be you by yourself in the cart.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just walking.
Okay. Just be aware though, they are horses, so they are a little bit faster than walking speed. So you would basically be running the whole way.
That's fine. I'm
So
a tree.
you would have some levels of exhaustion after running for 6 hours straight.
Hmm.
So I assume you're not running the entire way through.
Well, the
No.
one
I mean,
thing,
there's a cart big enough for you. Like you have your own cart. You should just be in the cart.
Well, I mean, is there space for me to be in
Yes,
my own cart?
there's
And
space for your own cart. Yes.
oh, okay. In that case, I'm just sitting in the cart then.
They specifically said they have a whole your own cart.
Oh, okay.
But actually, the cart is big enough for you and like 2 other people. The other
Not getting
cart's
down, Tobias.
big enough to fit
No,
everyone.
you're not getting
So
down.
it's big enough for you and 2 other human-sized people, not cow-sized people. Just to clarify.
Okay, makes sense. What about a dwarf? Can I stick a dwarf in there?
If a dwarf is smaller than a human size, so yes, it could fit in there.
Just
You can
stuff
actually
it
fit
in
3
there.
dwarves there. Not comfortably though.
Just stack them on top of each other
Yeah,
to fit like a
basically.
human.
Yeah, stuff them in there. So who's in what carts?
Hi. Well, I'm in one of the carts, obviously, so
So we'll put you in cart
So-
number 1.
everybody else will be in the other carts.
Okay, so then Ferrum is in his own cart by himself.
That's what you literally said.
Yes, so
That
the
he
cart
can
can
only
fit.
fit in his by himself, so nobody else can get in the cart with him.
He said
No.
He said that he plus 2 other human-sized people could fit in that cart.
Well, I'm
So
not
literally the
riding with
only-
a tree.
so literally the only person who couldn't fit in with the tree is the bull. Everyone else is human
Yes.
size
Yes.
or smaller.
Because there is space in the front for 2 people to lead the horses. So that's why I say there's enough for you and 2 other humans, but the cow would not be able to fit on that the lead starting. Like the one steering.
Yeah, me either.
So if you're in cart number 1, I'm assuming the cow is in cart number 2.
Yep.
Okay, where's everyone else going?
Cart 1 for me.
Okay.
No, cart 2 for me. Whichever one the cow's on.
Okay, that's cart 2. What's everyone else? Okay, you're in cart 1 with Ferrum.
Hey, I get the dwarf.
Where is Phoenix and Ella going?
I'm going with the group.
Okay, cart 2.
No. I'm with the group.
Groot. He says Groot.
Oh,
not Groot.
Groot. I thought I said group. Okay, cart 1.
So cart 1 is
Cart
full.
1 is now full, so that
Phoenix
means
is
that
cart 2.
Phoenix is cart 2, yeah. Alright, perfect. So, you notice all that happening as cart 3 with Fensall has taken cover. What are you guys doing?
I jump out and see if I can find the tarp to put on the cart.
So the
we
cart
can-
stops because jumping out's not a really viable situation for you.
Yeah, I would kind of need the cart to stop.
We're basically taking cover, so it's probably best to stay in the cart. Consider and if it attacks, then we have to protect them.
So the cart is, you guys are stopping the cart in the middle of the path and then taking cover inside the cart?
No.
I mean, we're supposed to protect the elven chick, but if there's a dragon, there's no protecting.
Yeah, but he just described that the elven chick drove off into
They
just
took
under
her off
the tree.
into the woods.
Yeah, they took her off just under the tree coverage so that
Yeah.
they wouldn't.
You
be
guys can
spotted
still
by-
see the cart, but they're a good, I would say, 30 feet. No, not feet. A good 30 meters off the path and into the forest. They've covered themselves with what seems to be like a camouflage tarp, but it does not seem magically enchanted at all. And they're taking cover. You guys, that's what they're doing. You guys are still on the path right now.
Okay, I guess we would have to do the same as them, but if it starts getting close, we'll get out.
Okay.
Yeah, and it has to be either Ella or Stone to try and get the tarp on
Yes.
because I'm inside the cart. It'd be difficult for me to get it in and out.
Exactly.
We do what?
You guys are driving the cart, basically.
Yeah, because you guys technically fit on the cart, but not in the cart.
So we got to cover the tree.
Yeah, and then hide under trees.
So the tree's not going to get out of the cart.
No.
The cart has to stop before the tree can get out of the cart. He can't jump out while it's moving.
We'll probably get cover if
We move the cart off the side of the road into the tree line, I guess.
Mhm.
Stop the cart. Because the other cart stopped and they covered their wagon, we might as well do the same.
Okay. All right, and everyone else is staying inside the carts while once this is all done.
I
I'm
Now,
gonna
okay,
get
I actually
out of the. I'm gonna get out of the cart and move into the tree line a little ways away from the carts.
Okay.
I was going to ask Chaos. Did you or did you not say that I was not going to be able to use my natural camouflage as a treant?
You can. You can step out of the cart as soon as it stops and do that.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and get out of the cart.
Sounds good. Yeah, everyone can roll me stealth.
That's
you
not
guys,
gonna roll well.
You guys have probably gotten about this far.
I literally just said that's not gonna roll well.
You are a tree. I was gonna say because you're trying to camouflage as a tree in the forest, you get advantage, but you rolled a nat 20, so you don't need anymore. You get invisibility, so I think you get like a plus 10 or something to your rolls.
It just doesn't show, so that's a 19 and a 17.
Yeah.
Stop being a whiny butt, Tobias.
Okay. Everyone else, stealth rolls, please. If you guys are hiding, I want stealth rolls.
Can you hear that? The whining?
No.
Okay, good.
Now,
Tobias, hush. You have no reason to be whining.
got plenty of reason to be whining.
He's just not being allowed to run around home free.
Okay. Am I missing anyone here? I'm
Um,
missing. Is the cow hiding or no?
I think
We-
the cow should. I think the cow
Best
should
as
stay
we
inside.
can. Just stay inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I
if you
still want
got
a stealth roll.
if you got your tarp on, you should just stay inside.
I mean,
sorry.
It's for
also-
noises as well. It's not just visibility.
you
Serene
just
has
got,
also not rolled yet either.
I don't think I need stealth if I'm just staying still.
Okay. I still need it.
You must have your cowbell on today, huh?
When you're inside a cart, your DC is higher. I just need. Yeah, you need it as well, Phoenix. You're good. It's just that I still need I still need to see if you actually fail or not. If you fuck up really badly.
See why I don't want to roll?
Fine.
I don't do. Why don't you just say I'd take a 10?
Hmm?
I'll just take 10.
10 what?
Take a 10.
I don't know if that happens on 5th edition anymore, but in previous editions, Chaos, you could do what was called taking 10 or taking 20 on skill checks if you had enough time to prep it.
This one, oh, okay, I see. I'm fine with that. I've never actually played with that rule set before, but I'm fine with that. In this case, you didn't really have time to prep because you guys heard a noise. You immediately saw their cart go that way, and you guys immediately got.
Well,
saw
it
your
doesn't
stealth tarp.
mean prep. It's how long you're taking. So if you're not in a situation where you're being stressed, you could take 10. It would just be, you know, calmly doing the thing, and you'd have 10 plus your normal skill check. Like, for instance, searching a chest for an item.
Yeah.
Nobody's rushing to kill you or anything at that time. You could take 10 and you would just add your perception plus 10, and that's your roll.
I see.
Since he's inside of a cart and, you know, basically undercover, just trying to be quiet, it would be one situation where taking 10 would be allowed. But I'm also
I
not
see.
sure if it's allowed in 5th edition either.
Yeah, I've never heard it before. In this case, when you're inside a cart, you don't have to be visibly seen anymore. It's just you don't as long as you don't make noise. So the DC for succeeding is significantly lowered.
I already rolled. I just thought, hey, I would take 10.
That in this case, basically you'd still pass the spell DC just because you're inside a cart. You'd be you're big, so any movements you make inside the cart shake the cart. But other than that, it should be fine. Those who are inside the cart cannot see this. Those who are outside the cart would notice a large dragon, a large green dragon, fly overhead of the path. It does after about a minute of hearing roars that progressively got louder. It flew overhead, and then you just heard it for a little while longer. The other cart did not move for another 20 minutes after that. But after about 20 minutes, they began to make their way off of the forest path and off the forest and back into the regular path.
Yeah, well, once I see that the danger is seemingly past, I'm going to climb back up onto the seat of the cart.
Sorry,
Okay.
Mr. Whiny Butt over here. Well, we left
You
Founds
start
this
steering it back to the main path.
time.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
Sorry, I had my headset off. I couldn't hear.
No worries. All right. So eventually, both carts. I'm assuming both carts make their way back to the path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, both cards make their way back to the path, and after all the guards check, the guards then come and check on you, and say, they go, "Wow, this has actually been the only dragon that we've seen so far. This is quite lucky. Not many messengers made it back, so I was worried the path was riddled. We are safe. How was your party?"
As far as I'm aware, we are fine.
Excellent.
We didn't really expect to be there actually be dragons. So we're just a little bit
Well, the further we go from town, the closer we get to the passing targets. If we lay low, we can avoid them and then continue our way to Dinstall. We have the route set up for everyone, so just follow our lead, and if anything goes wrong, we'll count on you, adventurers.
So the answer, I looked it up. The answer is no. Taking 10 and taking 20 isn't really in D&D, but it's kind of, because it's got a. Well, I sent the stuff to Chaos.
Yeah.
I guess I would assume the 5th edition equivalent is just a matter of can you have advantage or
Passive
not.
stuff like passive stealth, passive perception,
Yeah.
passive arcana, passive. If there's not much pressure into the situation, then you would assume that you'd have a passive perception, which is 10 plus your normal perception modifier.
Yeah. Yeah, that I'm more used to. Okay. All right. Sounds good. So then, you guys continue down your path.
Mhm.
The other cart is just making their way forward, but they are making sure you guys are following. Eventually, nightfall does hit. You guys get about this far as you travel another roughly 6 hours or so, as it begins to get dark. Once you get to this point, night starts falling, and the third cart, then begins to stop. Jesus. So the cart begins to stop, and the guards can just begin to walk up to you as they tell you to stop the cart. Do you stop it?
Well, yeah, we're gonna stop. We're gonna do what they're doing.
Okay. They then tell you it's getting dark. It's no longer safe to travel on the paths during nightfall. I think we should take camp for the night.
All right, I am gonna cast my spell, Chaos.
Go ahead and post it.
Yeah. Let me tab over.
But and actually, post it first. But before you cast it, yes, you should be worried. So before you cast it, I want a perception from you.
Jesus.
Oh.
I'll take the 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you cast, you check around to make sure. How tall is the thing again?
2-story.
2 stories.
Yeah.
First sentence.
20 feet
So
tall.
it's gonna peak some of the. Well, actually, you guys are more in a rocky bluff area. The rocks around the area are roughly, they're about a story tall, so you guys can see over them. So you check around the area. I'm assuming you want to check around the area first before you cast this spell to make sure there's nothing in the area.
I'm gonna find a nice spot for it inside the bluff.
Okay.
So, all right, can you describe we're in a rocky bluff. Is there a cliff beside us? Are we on the bottom of the bluff? Are we on the top of the bluff? Where are we at?
Right now, you guys are at the bottom of. So you guys are at the bottom of on the path. Around you are rocky areas, like rocks stacked on top of each other. That lead. They almost seem like they were part of an old civilization, used as retaining walls.
So, is there a cliff beside us?
It's like an artificial cliff. Yes.
How tall
There's
is
an
the cliff?
artificial. The cliff is roughly about 1 story.
Okay.
So in that case, let me actually get you full measurements for that.
So Chaos, what's
It's a big one. That it's like 15 feet tall. Yeah.
Chaos? This is out of game. What's a gem socket in the thing?
I haven't really pulled much into gem sockets yet, so I don't know.
So I'm going to use another spell first.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and post that. And I'm going to use it as many times as possible, or as necessary.
Mm-hmm. It's a spell or a cantrip?
Cantrip.
Got you. And what are you gonna do with it?
I'm going to dig the earth out so that it will have exactly enough room to fit this in, with a
Gotcha.
5-foot clearance on the top.
Got you. Okay.
Into the cliffside so that we're completely above ground, but stuck into the ground, if that makes any sense.
Wait, so you want the roof to be at the top, at level with the ground?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not bad. All right. So I assume, so on your path to the right is a pretty large bluff of rocks. That one is around, I'd say, a good 40 feet up. And to your left is a nice clearing of grass with some trees here and there, with another bluff of rocks, but only 15 feet tall. Past that are more rocks, and the path continues. But you guys decide to stop around this area. Where do you park the carts?
I'm getting to that. On top of that, I'm
Actually,
also...
Let me give you guys the map. Actually, it might be easier for you to visualize it.
That would be a huge help.
Yeah. Here. Let's do that. There you go.
Oh, shit. I cast Dark Vision on myself.
Okay, just want to make sure you're actually casting it each time.
Well,
So let me go ahead and give you.
we waited until dark before we stopped.
Yes. Yeah, well, you're nearing dark, like the sun's beginning to set.
Well, the sun beginning to set does not equate total darkness, where I can't see more than 5 feet away from me.
I know. And as you guys, I gotta do this. So as you guys begin to get off the path to get the carts set up and good to go, the carts are then dropped. Like the carts are then stopped, and for your night vision, was it 60? It was 60, right?
60.
What about me?
Yours should already be done, no?
I just see a black screen.
Oh, I guess I didn't save yours. Let me try again. How about now?
Mine's 120, and I still see black screen.
And, you know, the shitty thing about this is you can't see what's going on, really.
Give me 1 second. Yours at 120 should have been saved. I don't know why it wasn't. Let me fix that. There you go, and then save that. Let me know if it's working now. Is it good?
I'm reloading, so we'll see in a second.
And sorry, what'd you say, Big?
Alright, you can't really see because of the way the shadows hit the top what's going on. And I didn't mean to draw that.
Yeah, so that's I'm trying to cover as much as I can without making it too obvious. But essentially, this area here, so these are just the tree trunks. So the parts you can't see are just the trunks that are blocking the view. And then up here, these are the bluffs. These are all bluffs all along where rocks are. It's just that eventually it comes to a point where you can't see past the bluffs. So it's just raw. So if you see stuff like this is all just the rocks that are going uphill.
Alright, so Over here to the side, I'm going to make a room with mold dirt, mold earth, whatever it's called, big enough for the carts to fit into and the horses.
Oh, okay. Okay, sounds good.
20 foot tall, just straight room.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, you do so, and all the carts are then put inside there.
And then I'm going to close it up, leaving exactly a 5-foot gap as a door using mold earth.
Okay.
And then over here, I'm going to build a spot big enough for the tower where it will be exactly either under the top of the cliff or flush with the top of the cliff. I can't tell how tall it is.
This is about 40 feet over here.
Okay, so
And it's kind of just like going. It almost goes.
so it'll be
straight up
just
after
a
a point.
hole big enough for the tower to go into, cut into the tower.
Okay, I see. So you basically cut out a portion of the mountain and then put the tower into that portion.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. All right, you do so.
All right, that's what I did.
Fensel walks up to you and goes, "Oh dear, and I thought I'd be spending my time in the cart. Such a talented young man."
Well, yes, your bedroom is over there in the cart lobby.
No. She walks inside.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, is she prevented from going inside?
Yes.
Let's see.
No, Mr. Superman, no here.
For starters, I didn't put a door on it.
Oh, I'm reading the wrong. Oh, I see. I thought you finished the tower, finished the building already.
No, I'm still casting it.
Gotcha.
No.
No.
Mr. Superman, no here.
So the bottom floor is going to be just a blank, empty space with dirt floor.
Okay.
And then the top floor is going to be a bedroom with all the furnishings of a bedroom.
Dirt floor,
Okay.
dirt floor, dirt floor.
And the door is going to have a lock on the inside. And it's cast and she can go in.
Okay, I see. I was like, is it preventing her from walking in?
Oh, I
But
didn't
no,
tell
it's
you
just
what the thing was yet.
Okay.
So wait, there's dirt floor so I can root myself?
Yep. Did that just for
Woohoo!
you, sir.
Woohoo!
So the bottom floor is just an empty area with dirt on the bottom, and then the top, the second floor is just bedrooms essentially.
Yep, and there's a
with
ladder
furnishings.
with a hatch going up.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. All right. You begin to cast that, and after 10 minutes, to the party's shock, you have done so. The molding earth also took another.
3 seconds per cast. It'd be about 2 or 3
Yeah.
minutes for all of it.
Well, I'm assuming you're doing it carefully as to not to collapse the stockpile of rocks.
Oh yeah.
So it would take a little bit longer if you're doing it carefully. So I'd say after around 30 minutes of doing that, 10 minutes to make this area here, 10 minutes to make this area, and then another 10 minutes to actually make the tower. That's all done?
Yep.
Okay. Then she walks up and says that to you, and that is where we're at right now.
And once the tower's done, there would be a whole shitload of dirt that I excavated out of there, or earth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use that to build a wall around here.
Okay. How tall is the wall you're making?
It is exactly 5 foot tall. It is still
Okay.
passable, but it is considered to be difficult terrain.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds good. Well done. Okay.
Woohoo!
Then you do so. I assume everyone enters the building.
Mm-hmm.
Where's? Hello?
Hello.
I said,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Fensel will join you inside here. As you've made a nice spot for her, and she will make her way up the hatch slowly until she is in there. Some of the guards, two of the guards from the third wagon join Fensel and going up. The other two are staying near the carts. The rest of you, what are you guys doing?
I just walked into the. Okay, how big is the door? Targoth. How
Well,
big did you make the door?
considering-
Big enough for him to fit in.
I was gonna say, considering he left the bottom floor for dirt so that you'd have a place to root, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he made the door big enough for you to go into.
Okay, so I go inside and I immediately just find a nice little corner and just take root.
Sounds good.
Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just like, screw the tree. I'm gonna make a very inviting looking place and then not let him have a way in. Which, as this group goes, would not surprise me.
Well, I don't know the tree well.
Exactly.
Don't know if it's safe
Targoth
for you.
goes, well, that would be your spot if you were officially part of the group.
We're gonna have to discuss, tavern fees here, sirs and lady.
Mm-hmm. Make sure everyone understands their spot here. Okay.
I'll be right.
So I assume everyone gets inside the tower.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then you can. Okay. So then you make your way there. Just want to make sure everyone's actually in there. Assuming, because I haven't gotten confirmation from literally anyone else. So.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go inside and go upstairs and claim my master bed.
Of course, yes, yes. So you do so. Nightfall. What is Phoenix doing?
Going up
Okay.
and sitting in
I don't know what she's doing.
bed.
Okay, nightfall approaches. How are you? It's now dark enough that it's hard to see look around after you finish all of this. What are you guys doing?
I'm just chillaxing.
Hey,
I'm
Pawn.
happy. I'm happy in my dirt.
Yes, sir.
Do you have Arcana?
Have Arcana.
Okay, never mind. You wouldn't have this. No, I can't do it.
Hold on.
Well, you wouldn't have access to the spell anyway. Alright, so never mind. I'm sorry. I haven't take up time
Some
enough.
some evocation and some other stuff.
Perhaps it would be beneficial to get to know each other better, what we do and what we know how to do.
Just that some people forget about it. Been around each other for a while, so we would know, but it just you know how memory works. It's been weeks.
I'm gonna create some food and top off our water supply.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, I guess I don't need to make my good berries then.
Your dingleberries. You can mix it in with the food.
Well, I mean, one berry is supposed to sustain a person for an entire day, so.
It'd just be a very filling meal. They'd be surprised with it. They get a
Yeah,
nice
you gotta-
steak and
gotta-
everything, and
You got to make that in the morning, you know.
a delicious berry.
It's like 2 or 3 berries. And
It makes 10 berries per cast.
Oh,
Just
nice.
dingleberries.
I was just sitting here thinking the tower would only last for 8 hours, but it lasts for 24.
Damn.
Yep.
In
Y'all
other words,
enjoy your sleep.
In other words, we can sleep here and then just abandon it in the morning.
Yep.
Yep. So no watches. Then everyone's going to sleep.
Yeah, we're safe.
Okay.
I walked back into who's watching.
Yeah.
We have guards inside upstairs with her. 2 guards are with the carts. Do we have guards outside the door?
You have guards outside the carts and guards guarding next to Fensol, but that's it. There's no one outside the door.
Should we keep a watch for them as well then, or no?
Well, I mean, they're not getting in past you. You're on the bottom floor.
True.
Behind the locked door.
I'm gonna lay caltrips across the floor in front of the door just in case.
You're gonna do what? Sorry.
He's basically
Like,
saying he's trapping the base.
Just laying caltrips in front of the door.
Okay. Sounds good.
And since it's nighttime, I'm gonna stay up for a little while watching the door. Are there windows or arrow slits or anything to allow us to see outside near the door?
No. No windows. I specifically built the tower to have 0 windows this time.
Okay.
All right. Let me.
Then I will sit near enough the door so that if anything starts happening on the other side, I'll be able to hear it.
Okay. Sounds good. So, who is staying awake and who is not? I just need to know that.
I'll stay awake for how long does night last?
Roughly. Let's see. In this season, it would be roughly around a good 6 hours, I'd say.
Yeah. So for the first 2 hours, I will stay awake.
Okay. So first 2 hours, then we'll have you roll perception. Who is anyone else staying awake after the first 2 hours? Stone is doing
no.
that. Okay. So Stone will stay awake for the 2 hours just to listen on the other side, make sure nothing's going wrong or nothing collapses.
Where is it? Mhm.
And then after the last 2 hours, anyone staying awake, or at that point everyone's just gonna go to sleep and.
Yep.
Okay.
After my first 2-hour watch, I'm going to enter my trance, which will allow me to still be aware of my surroundings. So if anything happens, I'll still be able to alert people.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm gonna set a trigger condition that if I smell gas dying of fire, that I will. I'm just joking.
Yeah. If you smell gas dying of fire, then shoot out fireball. Might as well add to it, right? You'd never be too sure.
Why not just do sphere sphere of flame?
Because I don't have that one.
Duh.
So, the night begins. It's actually super comfortable. This is not as great as the inn, but like it's still pretty damn good. Much better than usual outside. As far as the rest of the previous party knew. Phoenix wants to know if she can swing from your branches.
Go for it, little elf.
All right, so one of the branches.
You can ride one of the high ones too.
It is only 10 feet tall though, so don't go too. Don't be jumping off the tree.
No skydiving off the tree.
Exactly. So, first 2 hours are dead silent. Nothing at all. This is pretty well occupied. Are there any openings at all right now? To the
Just the
outside?
doors, and that's it.
Okay. Just making sure you guys don't suffocate to death.
Oh no,
Uh,
it's livable. It's literally stated in the spell that it's a comfortable living space.
Well, yeah, but you put it inside of a mountain and
Yeah.
then covered the front. So
Yeah.
just making sure you guys have enough holes. Okay.
Oh, sir, I guarantee you, I have enough holes.
Oh, good. Just making sure. I don't want you to have a lack of holes. Not in my campaign. So for beginning of the night passes relatively, or beginning of the 2 hours pass relatively nicely. You can't hear anything outside that wall. And then you decide to begin your trance, as you do remember Stone saying that he would watch after you decide to go. So you wake him up, and he begins to listen through. He can't see anything because it's not easily visible outside. But it seems relatively quiet. Is this something I should check before I keep going?
No, it's just for the future.
Gotcha. I always just ask you to ping it so I have it right in front of me. Like, even if I 100% know what it is, I just like to have it in front of me so in case I need
So
something
you're
else.
asking if you have blind scent?
I'm rooted into the earth, so I'm technically would be able to feel tremors, but I'm asking
You would
if
be
that's
able to
even
feel
something that would be-
tremors. You would be able to feel tremors better. Well, yeah, you'd be able to feel tremors a bit more than others would. But everyone's underground right now, so it's not as well. Yeah, no, it's still pretty good actually. But another 2 hours pass and relatively nothing happens. It seems pretty nicely. You then go to bed, and everyone seems to be sleeping nicely until Ferrum, you start hearing some shaking. Or not hearing, you start feeling something's approaching. Not just something, some things. Lots of stuff is approaching.
All right.
Is it making noise?
So far, no. Only Ferrum can feel some tremors.
Okay.
Is anybody still on the ground floor with me, or is it just me?
It's just you. Oh, is Eldon there too? I thought Ella went to the bedrooms up to the second
No,
floor.
No, he's at the door.
I specified that I stayed within earshot of the door and entered my trance because
Right.
I can still hear and am aware of things going on around me while in my trance.
Excellent. Okay. Then yes. You still don't hear anything though. Only Ferrum can feel some tremors. It
Okay,
seems like
so
something's
then-
approaching from far away, but it's like a lot.
Okay, so then I notice the tremors. I wake up from my sleeping, weird, dirt living thing, and tell Ella to send one of her anomaly thingies to wake up the rest of them, so we don't make noise.
I'm going to come to my senses, and knowing that the party has never seen any of them, I'm just gonna. Well, he wouldn't see me grin, but I'll rise to my feet. I'll go upstairs, take the ladder, however you get upstairs, and I'll go around quietly, waking people up, letting them know that there seems to be a large group of something heading our way.
Whenever he wakes me up, I'm gonna be like, all right, well, we're safe in here for the next 16 hours or so. Whatever it is, we can just let it pass by.
Unless it dispels magic.
Well, this isn't held together by magic. Dispelling it shouldn't really affect it.
Okay.
Tower dispels, and we all just fall to our deaths.
More like we're all crushed by the earth as it caves in.
I'm just seeing if this thing actually is held together by magic or not. Because it's
There's
supposed
no-
to disappear after
If it
an
had
hour, right?
concentration effect, then yes, it would be dispellable. Since it's not concentration, it would not be dispellable.
Because it says it lasts an hour, right?
It lasts 24
Right.
hours.
24 hours, sorry. Yeah, that's Mold Earth I'm reading here.
I'm getting a
But after
drink.
24 hours, it dispels, right?
Yes, it does dispel naturally after 24 hours, but there's no concentration to it. So
Yeah,
essentially, what it's doing is it's phasing into a different dimension. It's not like just evaporating in a puff of magic.
So it is technically held together by magic then. Because if it wasn't held together by magic, it wouldn't phase away.
It's literally a stone tower summoned from nothingness that will return to nothingness when it's over with. If you want to say that's held by magic, then that's held by magic.
I think it would be. I'm not. It's nothing's going to be dispelled like that. I'm just wondering because, if it does disappear, then it wouldn't be held together by rock and stone. It'd be held together by some sort of magic. If it stayed permanently, then it would be held together by stone and wood and things like that. Right? That just makes sense to me. If it does dispel after naturally, then it's not being held together by stone. It's being held together by magic. Which makes sense. But anyway, okay. The Ferrum hears the shaking, or feels the shaking a bit more as a bit of time passes. It comes to a point where the walls begin to shake. Something is approaching, or some things is approaching at quite the speed. Ferrum, you would also feel it seems like a stampede of some sort, and then you would feel something bigger from behind the stampede, but everyone else just feels shaking.
So something's hunting.
It seems like it, except this shaking is not for small creatures. The shaking you felt earlier is a stampede of something big.
So something
Feel
big
free to
is
stop
being
me.
hunted by something big is being hunted by a even bigger, nastier meanie.
Sounds like it. Some things big. It's more than one.
Plural. Plural big things are being hunted by at least a big thing, or possibly more. And we've got no way to see outside, so
Yeah.
Eventually, the shaking becomes a bit more violent to a point where it's now noticeable by everyone. The guards around Fensel seem to be shaken, but Fensel just stares forward and waits. Eventually, you begin hearing some sounds. It sounds like elk. The faint cries of elk as they seem to be passing overhead on the right side.
That's a big ass elk.
Well, it sounds like multiple elks. As the stomping is actually shaking everything around you guys.
It's a stampede, so it makes sense.
And then you hear a faint roar.
Oh, cool. So a little dragon decided to go hunting for elk.
As they continue to go, the stomping goes through. Roaring continues on from the outside. As the stomps over top you guys are now prevalent. It goes through and continues to charge as it slowly begins to disappear. Or not disappear, but it gets lower and lower, the shaking not as violent. And then when it seems like most of the shaking has somewhat disappeared, you then hear a bit more shaking. The roaring has become distant, but it sounds like two more things are coming your way, except now coming from the left side. You then feel a crash as something seems to trip over and fall right to the left of where you guys are. What sounded like two creatures now only sounds like one, as one is just sitting on the front. And then after a little while, you just hear whining. It sounds like a faint elk is whining.
That doesn't sound good.
What are you guys doing?
Stay inside, guys. Hold your ground. We got a long time before our fortress falls.
He's a dragon, so
You don't know though, and you can't assume. We just know it sounded like a lot of somethings running.
we
And
heard
less
the
than-
roar.
and we heard a roar, but there's a lot of big creatures that roar. For all
Fair.
you know, it was a hunting pack of lion that hunt in the middle of the night because they're night lions. Roar. You don't know.
Not only that, but who's to say what else is being stirred up with the dragons? Like, if the dragons are getting stirred up, what else? Is getting
We're in the
stirred up?
middle of the wild. It could be anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I'm hearing is we need to open the door and see what it is, invite it in,
No.
let it have some tea and mage.
No. I
Tea and
think
biscuits.
if we need to just stay put until whatever it is dies of whatever natural causes that, maybe it tripped on something out there.
And hopefully nothing is still there when we come out in the morning.
So what you're saying is if it's elk, we may be having elk for breakfast. Gotcha.
Okay, so you guys staying staying inside?
Yes.
Okay. After about another 30 minutes, the whimpering begins to die down as there is now silent outside. You figure for how much time has passed, you probably still have another hour or so before daybreak hits.
I'm gonna go back into my trance for the last hour of it.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Going back to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just rerouted, listening.
All right. Sounds good. All right. If anyone else has anything else they want to do, let me know. If not, then we will go to day.
Hey.
As soon as day happens, before anyone else comes downstairs, I'm going to pull some rations out of my bag and lift the bottom of my mask just enough to eat and drink, and then I will situate the mask again, and we'll just sit there quietly waiting to see what happens because I will have completed my sleep by this my quote unquote sleep by this point.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Pawn, you were writing something, but don't know if you wanted to keep going with it. You're good? Okay. So, about an hour passes. There are no windows, so you guys don't know, but you assume it's probably around daybreak at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing?
I'm not opening the door until everyone's
Waking
ready
up,
to go
eating
out.
my breakfast or rations. Preparing
know
my
when you guys-
spells for the day.
Yeah, if you're gonna leave, let me know. I'll show the day map.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not opening the door until everyone else is ready to leave, just in case something is out there still waiting.
Okay. So you guys get through your breakfast. Fensel seems to just be eating something from a small pouch, but the guards seem very restless as they did not get to sleep very much. Do you guys leave or open the door, or open the spot and then make a door to get out?
Hold on. My
I'll
sound
make
triggered for a
sure
second.
to- I will make sure that I pick up the caltrips once I notice people are moving around and looking like they might make for the door.
Well, from the second floor, I'm going to make a window slit to the outside using mold earth.
Okay. Let's do that then. What are
I'm go-
you?
I'm just gonna pull out my now that like it's just me and the tree downstairs. Nobody else has come downstairs. I'm gonna stand up and just go through some light morning workout with my rapier.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's start with the slit then. So you make. All right.
I'm going to save the 22, the 22, the 17, the 21, and the 23 for combat. So that's 1, 2, 3,
Mhm. Mhm.
4, 5 attacks that I'm putting in my spell pouch.
Okay. Yeah.
All
Yeah. Of
right.
course.
If I can't see anything out the slit, I'm gonna open it up to a window.
Okay.
You don't see dick.
It's a giant
Flame.
elk.
It
Flame
seems to be
breath.
on the floor, lying on its side.
Hey guys, y'all hungry? Who brought the skinning knife?
Fire the magic missile into the darkness.
Actually,
There you
that's a
go.
damn good point. I'm gonna throw a pyroblast at him.
All right. Fire it off.
Whatever it's called. Let's see. Firebolt.
Yeah. Fire it off.
Good God.
It does not miss. So go ahead and shoot all that damage. You fire it off at what seems to be the giant deer, as it
He cooks
seems
our
to writhe.
breakfast.
It seems to writhe in pain a little bit, but it can't seem to. It doesn't even. It can't even get up. It can't even roll over. It seems to still be alive, but it's just stuck on the floor.
Throw another
Second
one.
All right, you fire that one off. However, the angle of the window is not that great. And when it moved, it kind of spooked you a little bit, so you missed. But I think I know where this is going, so you can that one didn't go off actually. Ella. I don't know why that one didn't go off.
I clicked on his where it says show spell description. And that's
Gotcha.
why it came up with that.
Gotcha. You fire it off enough times until the cries of pain stop, and it does not seem to be moving anymore.
All right, whatever that was, it ain't crying no more. Y'all can open the door now.
I'll go over to wherever the door is supposed to be. Where's the door?
Right over here. I assume is where the door is supposed to be.
Right over where?
Oh, sorry.
We've got rocks
right
in
over
the way
here.
and people. Okay. So I'm gonna go over, pick up the caltrops, and then open the door.
Yep.
I'm gonna look around outside to see if it's safe.
Can you guys see right now?
I see very little.
I hate when
I
this
see
works.
just fine.
Is it not daytime?
I turned on daylight mode. I don't know why it's not working.
It's working just fine for me. Do I see anything out there besides a giant dead elk?
That's all you can see. So let me just check something. You guys should be able to see everything right now.
Just saying, I'm not a fan of these lighting effects.
I know.
They're too glitchy.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes they're better than what we had before. They're like 1,000 times better than what we had before. But yeah, sometimes they just don't work, which annoys me.
So with the 23 perception, you're telling me the only thing out here I see is the giant dead elk.
No, it's supposed to be everything's supposed to be like there's supposed to be sun outside right now, so you should be able to see everything. I don't know why it's not.
It's not. I just realized something.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. So I actually got a 14 instead of a 23 because sunlight, and I'm trying to specifically look at something outside in the sunlight.
I don't know why it does that. That's fine. I'll just straight up turn it off, and that should fix everything. Boom. There you go.
Yay, daytime. Oh, what
Nice
the
and
hell
easy.
is this?
So you exit outside. You see what's now the dead elk on the floor. This area here has been trampled a bit. And there's actually blood trailing along here up to this deer, the giant deer. There also seems to be some track marks outside this way.
You telling
that's
me
all I-
this bitch is a fucking just regular ass giant deer?
Mhm,
Most elk aren't that big, so
mhm.
Most elk don't tend to go in herds either.
From where you guys are, that's all you can see right now.
I will pull out a knife and begin skinning. I'm
Okay.
assuming survival.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do this properly. Oh, this will be fun. Oh wait, I forgot to turn off disadvantage. Yeah.
I'll take the 12. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to. What are you? There's a lot to this thing. You can't carry the whole thing with you. What are you trying to grab?
I don't intend to carry the whole thing. I'm gutting it. I'm removing the innards, and I'm going to fillet as much meat as we will be able to carry inside the cart with the tree.
Okay.
Rude.
You are. How are you planning on preserving it?
I'm not. I figure we'll cook it. I mean,
Okay.
like,
Hey, Timmy, we're gonna need you to cast that spell.
Preserve
right?
life.
Preserve
Okay.
life on the hunks of meat.
Yeah.
I've preserved the life. I used preserve life on it. You want me to
Is it
cook
a,
it?
is it a spell or a cantrip?
It's a spell.
If you want to use a spell slot for it, make sure you actually go through with it.
All right, if it's a pretty big deer, and the cow looks like
This deer is now in chunks.
Ooh,
Timmy,
are there any antlers we can salvage?
There
that
are
you can
antlers on it.
savage. Yes, you can savage those antlers.
What would I need to roll to salvage the antlers?
Survival as well.
if do trees even have nothing?
So, what do you want the antlers for?
I don't know, just have them.
As a treant?
Use it.
I mean, somebody you need them.
He's a
Can I use
druid.
a second level spell for that? I mean,
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, I asked Targoth, and I asked Targoth, should I use a second level spell for that?
No. I was kidding.
Once I've gathered as much of the meat as we can, I'm gonna wrap it in the flesh, like I will cut off enough of the skin that we could actually turn into hide at some point, and I'll use that to wrap the meat in, and then I'll take it to the cart that the treant's gonna ride in, and I'll
Okay.
put it like right behind the seat in the cart. Well, not behind the seat, but like in the cart up near the seat. That way, he won't have to go over the meat to get out.
Okay.
That's appreciated.
And I will take as many trips as that takes to get that loaded.
Yep. Spend about 20 minutes doing that, but you are able to properly get some meat out. The skin. This one's a little weird. You're not really able to skin it too well. You get some parts, but just not as good as usual. I think it's just because of the size. But you do get some meat that you pack
Is
in.
it partially cooked from all the fire damage?
Well, no. There's a spot that's charred. There's a spot that's
Right.
charred, and then there's a spot that's raw. It's just a mix of charred and raw spots. There's also some charred spots on the floor, some charred grass near it, but most of the hits went through. Also, is the Holy Cow summoning steeds?
Summoning a steed for me.
Are you gonna summon a steed?
Yeah, I
So
guess.
you got something to ride, I would assume.
Okay.
Why?
All right.
why-
So you start casting Find Steed as Ella goes in between the carts that have horses on them, and putting the meat in.
Here's the thing. This is different from those horses.
Fair enough.
Hey Timmy,
It's well,
instead of it says there instead of a horse you can choose another animal. Are you gonna choose
Yeah.
a giant bull?
yeah, basically.
All right. You summon a bull.
Let's see. The steed takes on a form that you choose: a warhorse, pony, camel, an elk, or a mastiff. Your GM might allow other animals to be summoned as steeds.
Or allow bull, yeah.
The steeds has the statistics from the chosen form, though it is a celestial, fey, or fiend, your choice, instead of its normal type. And so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. All right. You summon a steed. It is. It looks as a giant as a bull. Did you specify any colors?
I'd rather have. If I want to have a color, I would choose golden. Well, he would choose golden, yeah. Giant golden steed. Actually, he probably wants to be stealth right now, so I guess black would be fine.
Okay.
I would just like to say that Timmy is ridiculous and I love him.
I think everyone here is a little ridiculous at times. But black steed or a black bull comes forward as you summon it after about the 10 minutes while Ella is putting stuff away. What's everyone else doing?
I'm merging the antlers into my bark.
How?
Just like growing my bark around them.
Where are the antlers growing?
Up in my branches.
Where?
Up near the face. Not like on the
Gotcha.
face, but near the face.
So like basically putting antlers on yourself.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. While you're all doing that, Pencil makes her way over to the carts.
Getting a little
And
bit
welcome. And she makes her way to the carts.
Once I'm done loading the meat, I'm gonna go climb up into the seat of the second cart, like the cart I rode in yesterday.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a link right now, Chaos, and you can ask me. You can say yes or no.
Okay, sounds good.
No.
Yeah, it's already been no. Unfortunate. Didn't even send the link yet. It's already a no.
It was a unanimous no as well.
I'll modify a couple things, but the actions I'll let keep. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So yeah, the bull that approaches is also winged.
The fuck? We got a flying minotaur now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a minotaur that gets to ride a flying bull. So bull
Yeah.
on bull action.
Unfortunately, yes, that's the case. So that's what it is. What are you guys doing now?
Yeah, I'm getting together and heading the next direction.
All right.
Let us continue.
All right, sounds good. So the third cart packs up and begins to move. They wait right at this spot around the giant elk. And they realize now they are no, actually. Yeah, no, they realize they're trapped between this giant or this 5 foot high dirt thing you've put. Fensel begins to cast, or steps out of the cart and begins to cast what Targoth would recognize as Mold Earth, as she also begins to flatten the area around here to allow the cart to pass.
Well,
Nice.
And
There
she
we go.
returns back inside the cart, and they wait. I assume you guys get in your carts as well?
yep.
Wow.
Been in the cart waiting.
You think I want to be in the cart when I have a flying bull?
Yeah. Yeah, so how is the holy cow just riding the winged bull and not inside the cart?
Yeah.
Alright. Fair enough. Alright. Then that's that. You are riding a winged bull.
I just find that extremely hilarious image.
It's a pretty funny image, yeah.
Haha.
Alright. You guys continue on your path. About 2 hours into the trek, you actually you get about this far. About 2 hours into the trek, you begin hearing some more roaring overhead. I'm assuming you guys are doing the same thing as did before.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, those inside the. I'm not gonna do any rolls this time because you guys have already run through it once. But it seems some smaller dragons are flying overhead. One lands relatively close, but far enough away that you guys are unnoticed as you continue down the path. Roughly around another 6 to 7 hours pass as you guys get to over here. You hear, like you see migration paths of animals and birds go through. A couple more dragons flying overhead. You guys continue doing the same. You're now used to the trek at this point. And then you continue until you reach about this point here, in which the third cart then stops in the middle of the path.
I'm gonna look back at the third cart.
They are not moving. They seem to be waiting for you. Some of the guards have exited the cart, though. Is it
Are we
just a general
stopping?
perception?
Wait,
Do
are
you
we
guys stop
stopping
as well?
for the night?
I'm gonna look around and see if there's like a road up the hill or that's. I'm actually. I guess I'll get down and walk back to the guards and say, "What are we waiting for?"
As you get to the guards and look for this, you do notice there is a path up here. It's not a well-known path, but it does seem like there's been some travel through there with more than just animals. The guards then go, "The way to Dinstall is off the path. We must go. We must trek north. This is where it gets a little dangerous, as not many travel through these ways. The paths are not quite the most comfortable ride, and
You
we do
mean
not know
west?
what's ahead." No, west. You're right. It's west, not north. I hate this compass so much. The reason I keep making this mistake is because, like, as a designer, north
should
should
be north.
always point north. Yes, exactly.
North should always point at the top.
Yeah. So it annoys me when it doesn't.
So anyway, so I will walk back to the cart, get back in the cart, and direct the cart up the path.
Okay. Is
I
that
mean,
for both carts?
I'm assuming the cart fits.
Yes, it does fit.
Then we will go. I'll be in the first cart, driving it up the hill or down the path, around the path.
Okay. The journey is not as smooth as it was previously. And you guys make your way forward until about here, where nightfall then begins to approach.
I'm gonna look to Targoth and say, "Are you able to summon your tower again?"
Oh, yes. 1 second. Can we see the area we're at?
Yeah, let me get that map out for you guys.
Oh, there's a group of enemies over there. I'm gonna summon it on top of them.
Mm-hmm. Send them flying.
Squish them.
Turn. Why did you turn from pumpkin to melon? Did you betray the pumpkins?
What the hell?
Just put you guys over here.
Chaos betrays the pumpkins for melons.
Um.
Oh wait, no, that's right. It is actually supposed to be like this.
There's nothing changing on my screen.
I haven't moved it yet. I'm just getting it ready because it's. There we
I
go.
hit.
Okay, so no natural cliffs.
These are some natural cliffs, but they're only about like 6 feet high.
Okay, pretty simple. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use mold earth right here
Okay.
to dig a hole and a ramp leading down to it. About, let's see, I think we said my tower was 25 feet tall.
Yes,
Two
around there.
stories, and each story is 10 feet.
So
Like a little bit extra for the roof.
yeah, so 25 feet down into a room or a space big enough for the tower. It's going to be a slanting ramp going all the way down.
Okay.
Okay, and then
All right.
once that's done, I'm going to ask around to the group. Does anybody have any metal? Stout and sturdy metal.
I don't.
Going to very quietly make sure that all my spiders are not visible.
It won't be harmed. Whatever metal I use will not be harmed.
That's funny.
I'll put. How much metal do you need?
The strongest you've got, and just a piece of it. Does anybody have any steel?
I have my steel shield.
Can I borrow your shield for a second?
I guess, so as long as it doesn't get hurt.
It won't be hurt.
I am a
It's really
Trent. I do not
complicated.
need metal.
Then I'm going to use his shield, hold it in my hand, and cast that tower spell. But this time the tower is going to be made out of the same material as his shield. It does
Nice.
not consume his shield in the process.
Okay. Let me double check that because I missed that part.
Look at the link I sent you.
Used or similar suitable study material. Oh, from the link I see. I was reading the other one. Mm. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
No, that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
I'm going to use the
Sounds good.
excess dirt to cover the top of the tower as well.
All right, sounds good. So just so I have this clear, the tower looks like there's a staircase. Yeah, I'm on the right layer. So a staircase here that leads down into the ground to a hole you made in the tower underground.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
So we have an underground tower made of steel, covered in dirt. There is going to be a window out the side. It's going to stick exactly half a floor above the dirt. Or above the ground level.
So there's a hole at the top here that leads straight down as that's acting as a window.
Let me just draw it. Freehand. This is the tower here. Right?
I thought the tower was here.
No, I'm literally just drawing a sketch of what it looks like.
Okay, gotcha.
Doors here. second floor, window here, and this is ground level. Top of the tower sticking out, but I'm gonna use dirt to cover up.
I see.
I'm gonna use dirt around it with the mold earth to cover it up and make it into like a literal bunker.
Gotcha. Okay.
And by window,
Sounds
I
good.
mean arrow slit.
Yep. Gotcha. That's fine. Makes sense. All right. So you
And
do so.
what about a place for the carts?
Well, there's limits. I'm gonna leave that up to the rest of the party, dude. I'm not like a. I can't do everything here.
Mm-hmm.
You molded earth the last time to do it.
There was stone. There's no stone here.
I can't really help. much.
Actually-
I don't have anything that can do anything.
On second thought, yes, I do the exact same thing beside it. Use my second third level spell to cast another tower with a ramp big enough for the carts to go into down to it.
So you're spending a good hour doing this, basically, then.
It's 10 minutes per tower, plus all the molding. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Sounds
building
good.
us a fucking garage and using 2 third level spells to do it.
Yeah. So this is Targoth's bachelor pad. As you can see, here's my tower for where I keep my stuff, and then here's my tower where I keep my myself. I sleep in it. There's my carts over here.
Welcome to MTV
Targoth's-
Cribs.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So you spent about an hour doing so. Funny enough, while you were doing this, the Fensel and the rest of the guards were preparing. What? What is that? That's weird. Okay. So that's you spend your time doing that, and then after you finish making the first tower, the third cart has hidden their carts, or the wagons inside here, or at least theirs. Give me a second.
This time the tower is going to have a bedroom on the top floor, and on the bottom floor it's going to have a dining area. With unfinished dirt floors.
Yay!
All right.
And I'm going to give Timmy a shield back.
All right, I take the shield and I go like, that was cool.
Okay. So that happens, and as you finish the first one, they finished covering their wagon. You then begin making the second area for the wagons, and you begin putting after half an hour of it being done, Fensel and the guards were watching you. They then put you guys put your carts inside that area, and then they
Yeah.
begin to uncover their carts and put in that area as well. And that's that.
The only bad thing I can see from this is that it is metal.
Surrounded
it'll
by
be a-
dirt.
Oh, does have dirt. Okay. I was
Doesn't
gonna say
it's
it's gonna
surrounded by
be.
dirt.
I was gonna say it's gonna be pretty attractive to wild monsters. Seeing there's a beacon of metal sticking out of the ground.
I surrounded
you
it
got
with
dirt.
dirt. We're in a World War II bunker
Targoth?
right now, sir.
Targoth,
Yes, sir.
is there a doorway between the two towers?
Yeah, oh, you know, I didn't put one in, but mold earth, I can carve a little tunnel between the two towers.
I was just curious because I didn't, I don't know if we want direct access between them just in case something happens or.
Okay, I need you to roll me an Arcana for that one.
Arcana.
I guess it's magic, right? So it wouldn't be Dex. Okay. You begin doing so as you mold earth between the two towers. When you get to about here, the ground begins to collapse. However, you are able to use the dirt you have used before and grab some stones as you were digging to prevent the total collapse, and you're able to back out safely.
Be right back.
Yep, doesn't look like we're going to get a tunnel, guys.
Oh well.
All right. So I'm assuming everyone goes inside the tower.
Hey Timmy.
I don't have a token for the guards because I don't want to have to keep moving them around, but you can assume it's the same situation. You have 2 guards going into the tower that was built by Targoth and 2 guards going with Felnar.
Dalmar.
Or sorry, Fensel.
See, y'all are playing D&D. I'm playing Minecraft.
Yeah. Big's got this.
We're building
got this
fucking
pretty safe.
bases here.
All right. You didn't hear much while you were building all of this. I assume everybody's went inside the tower.
Yeah, I'm inside.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? You guys doing same thing? Watch as this again?
Yeah, I'm just taking root again to make sure and listen.
Okay. All right. Roll your perceptions then, if you are.
And remember, this time I specifically put an arrow slit outside to the outside world.
Yep. Where's the arrow slip, by the way?
It'll be facing away from the hillside. To the south.
So around here then. It's looking around here.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Do I need to roll perception for listening with my roots for later on at night?
So if you're only searching for vibrations, if you actually are staying awake, then
I'm
you
not.
will roll perception. If you're just embedding yourself into the ground with your roots to feel for vibrations while you sleep, then that's passive.
'Kay.
Okay. Well, Stone said he's taking second watch. Is anyone actually taking first watch? Okay. Ella is. So I'm taking the 7 because that's the first one rolled. Mildly. There's only so much you can open your eyes.
My
Your eyes
dear,
only open up so far.
is the crack kicking in right now, sir?
I'm sorry. What?
You good? You
Yeah,
rolled your
I'm fine.
perceptions?
Yeah, I
Not
rolled
a-
my perception once.
Not a single nat one. Wow. All right. So you start. Everyone goes to bed. Ferrum digs his roots into the ground, and Ella begins her very, very long watch. The watch goes by pretty uneventfully. You don't hear much noises. There's actually you do hear wildlife now, but nothing of the ordinary comes out.
Get to the second floor. Did you make stairs or a ladder or what?
It's always a ladder. Hatching a ladder.
All right, just making sure. I will periodically through my watch, I'll go upstairs quietly
Mm-hmm.
and look out the window.
Okay.
And after I'm tired of staring out the window for a while, I mean, I don't get tired of staring out at the darkness, but just I'll go back downstairs near the door and listen.
So the door isn't the door on the second floor?
No,
No, door's on the first floor, bottom.
door is.
Oh,
always-
right, and then it's a way up through here. Gotcha. Okay. So is there a hole here then?
No, there's a ramp. I think that we got confused. There's a ramp from here down that
Okay.
leads into the base of the thing.
Okay, so this is kind of uncovered then.
Yep,
Like, this
it's
is just
completely
a
uncovered.
drop.
There's just a ramp going down.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
See if that helps.
That's fine. Yeah, I got it now. So that's after once Ella's finished that, she trances near the door, and then once again, getting more used to Stone, wakes him up, and she then walks to the door to trance. Stone, how do you do your watch? Pawn? Pawn, you there?
Panyan. Well, the pawn seems to have disappeared.
Might have crashed.
There you go. Yeah, so pawn, it's your watch now. How are you doing it?
What's that?
It's your watch now.
He's taking this. Obviously.
Oh yeah, it's also dark now. I should mention that it is now dark, so I can turn this back on. There we go. On because actually, there's only really you can only see out the slit you made from the window here.
I can't see the characters anymore.
Yeah, he made it night, and it's completely dark in the tower, apparently.
What? Ah. I gave everybody proper vision and everything, and now it's
Yeah.
fucked me again.
Nocturne
Oh, you know
has
what I
ulted.
can do actually? This is nice and easy. All I have to do is go into the previous one. Go inside that, because everyone's dynamic lighting is still on there. And then take all this shit and copy it. And this way, it should work completely without any issues ever.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I will too. There we go. Can you guys
Wow.
see?
Oh, I see a circle.
FK farmer is pretty good.
Can you guys see? Good to go?
Yes.
Excellent. Perfect. Wonderful. All right. So, Stone, your watch begins. How do you spend your watch?
Sitting, or are we?
Round, baby, right round.
Is this a metal tube we're in now?
You guys are in a tower. I'm assuming you're on the second floor with the bedroom. The bedroom has a window slit pointing out through here, and you can see out this direction with the metal arrow slit.
So I
I'm
guess
gonna
I
be
will position
trans-
myself up
Oh,
against
sorry.
the wall nearest to it. So sit with my back to it. So I'm not really looking out, but listening more or less.
Yep, that's fine. Actually, yeah. So maybe I'll put you over here just so it's.
I'm gonna be tranced down near the door, and we'll have put caltrips in front of it after or before I go into my trance.
Okay. Those are your the spiders, right?
Sure. I'm just thinking more of it was something I bought at a store at some point that if you step on it, it causes a point of bleed. Like it's nothing major, but it will hinder someone for a second that steps on it if they're barefooted or not wearing shoes or.
Gotcha. I had misheard that. I had misunderstood what those were. Okay, sounds good. So you do that. Pawn or Stone is then sitting next to Aeroslit, just listening, and he can see outside. And I'm guessing occasionally he does look out.
Mhm.
And the first hour passes pretty uneventfully, and then the second hour comes, and you begin to hear some flapping. It's not a bird. You know that for sure.
Is it a plane?
It may be a plane. I don't think it's Superman though. Just based off of recent history.
Is it Batman?
It's probably Batman.
Yes, Batman.
Most likely Batman.
Batman can fly now.
In that case, if it's Batman, I vote to go out and kill him.
Hmm.
Well, is this a Fallout 76 Batman? Because if it is, it'd be pretty fucking huge.
I just don't like Batman, so I just don't.
Wow. Racist.
No, I just can't stand the fucker. He's so basic and stupid. Here, I'm
You're
rich as
basic
hell.
and
Let me
stupid.
just waste all my money on these gadgets instead of paying and helping actually fix the problems in the in
He
the city I'm
does,
living in.
though.
No, he
Okay.
doesn't.
He actually
So
does. He helps his city and worldwide. You need to read more of your lore, bud.
let's just get back to this. So you hear flapping coming down fairly closely as something seems to be approaching. What are you doing?
Keep listening.
Just
How loud
listening?
is
Okay.
the clapping?
It's getting Stone, as far as you know, it's getting closer.
How loud is
Okay.
the flapping?
It sounds it's about 20 decibel. I don't know, like I don't in respect to what?
In respect to, would it be something I would hear easily?
You're
Not something.
downstairs, right?
It's not something I would be able to detect. That's for
No.
sure.
Roll me perception actually, Ella. Yeah, actually you would begin to hear flapping. At first you wouldn't really think anything of it, then you realize you're underground and you hear flapping.
I'm going to take myself out of trance.
Okay?
I'm going to take my spider, the big one that I basically wear as a backpack whenever I'm walking or anyway. I'm gonna
Mhm.
set it down and aim it towards the door,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to crawl up the ladder and
Okay.
go to the window and see what I can see.
All right. As Ella gets up the
She's
thing.
approaching me, same
Yeah.
floor. I'll basically use my finger and point, cover my lips as the quiet and point at the window.
I don't tend to make sounds if I can help it, especially when shit's happening. I'm
You
gonna
say
look
out
out
loud.
the window. Yeah. Shut
Okay,
up.
and you look out the window as the flying gets closer and closer until you see what seems like a small dragon with something in its talons fly and make and land around here. At that
Pause.
point, Farum would feel a thump right here. As you listen, you just hear what seems to be chewing.
Oh, that's unpleasant. Okay.
It does only Ella and Stone can hear the chewing. And Farum, it's gone quiet for you now.
Yeah, all I know is I felt a significant thump.
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep watching it.
Okay.
I'm going to sign to him and see if he recognizes my form of sign language.
Let's see.
Stone.
Okay. I'm just gonna check.
I'm going to sign in.
I don't think he'd understand.
I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say, "Do you understand this, dwarf?"
No.
And when I realize that he doesn't, I'll just nod and go back to listening. Once in a while, peeking out the arrow slit to see.
After about 10 minutes, it's still just what seems to be eating something. You guys don't really know what it is. As it's the way it's facing, it has its back turned to you. It has not noticed you at all. It is just chewing away. And after about I'd say an hour and a half, it's just begins to lay its head, and it's not moving anymore.
Out of character, I leave the tower, walk up to the dragon that's sleeping, and coup de grace it for however many experience points.
Excellent. You may begin. No.
Right?
So what are you guys actually doing?
I'm just going to
I'm
keep
going to bed in real life.
Yeah. All right. Actually, that's true. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
for
it's
me, at least.
11.
So we will call the session here.
Take care, Giblets. It was a great
Giblet.
time.
Really good timing.
So who are we gonna
Hey,
raid tonight, guys?
Nikki's still streaming.
Y'all have fun. See you next week.
All right.
Uh,
See ya.
Have a good night.
You
Night,
have
night.
a good night.
Huh?
You have a good night. Tell
Meh.
me what to do.
Yeah, how
But
dare
you know, we're not gonna raid Nikki tonight. We're gonna raid Timmy's friend, Surreal.
Sweet.
E.
He
All right.
really needs the views, so if you guys will just stop by, follow him. He's a really good guy.
Okay,
actually,
so,
let's do
do you
that.
mind if I actually talk to you a minute?
Sure. I'll be here for a little while. Still playing Minecraft. Well, I have to turn it on actually. I don't have it on right now. I did not expect how good that thing would be at hiding. You guys completely avoided entire confrontation. Well done.
Well, dude. Alright, 1 second. Alright, guys, we're going to see Surreal. Make sure you leave him a follow and a like. Show him a little bit of love. Be nice today.